All right.
Yeah.
Greetings. We are Fellowship Gaming, here to entertain you with yet another tale of daring, disaster, and dimwits. So please grab your favorite drink and perhaps a snack and let us regale you with songs of our misdeeds. Tonight we will be playing Torg Eternity, which is a card-supported D20 multiverse system. If you would like to see more content, please check us out on YouTube at fellowshipgaming.quest, where you can subscribe, hit that bell notification, and share. If you would like to join us during our live streams, head on over to Twitch and give us a follow and a subscription if you can, in order to be a part of our live chat. Jeremiah has an announcement to make, so we will pass it to him for a minute.
I do. I have a few announcements. I'm super excited for this. So right now on Twitch, it's called September. I don't normally plug a lot of weird ads, but right now it's going to be cheaper if you want to sub our channel. Up to like 30% cheaper if I look, but all the details are on Twitch. That's kind of an aside. The real big news, the biggest news of all big news, is we are holding a contest starting today.
I was gonna be like, is that a fat joke?
No, it's not a
Brian's
fat
mustache
joke.
is so fat. The good kind of fat.
Is
Rapper kind fat.
the good news is
I was just thinking of food, so I'm like, oh, I'm sorry,
you're killing
guys.
me. You're killing me, guys. The good
Killing
news
me,
is
Smalls. Killing me.
we are going to open up a contest to name Brian's mustache. Brian's beautiful handlebar mustache. We got some great pictures. We're gonna got some FaceTimes. No, not FaceTimes. We got some up close and personals of his face. We're gonna have a Google form. We're gonna release it into the chat here pretty soon. We're gonna have this go for 2 weeks.
We'll also upload it to Twitter.
It's gonna be on Twitter.
Yep.
It's gonna be on all of our YouTubes and all of our shorts. I can't do words. And so we're gonna run this until the 15th, September 15th. At that point in time, we're gonna take all the submissions. Man, I can do words. All the submissions that have been delivered, and then we'll choose the top 5. And then issue another Google form for a week for everyone to choose their favorite of those 5. No. And that will be Vox Populi, Brian's mustache. Voice of the people.
Yeah, we know what it means.
Well, they may not know what it means.
Did you just call our fellows stupid?
Not a lot of people know Latin.
I know. Not all of us are trained Roman Irish Catholic Church growing up.
In the arts.
Well, I mean, obviously I wasn't.
Yeah, I wasn't, but like I know enough Latin that I can get by.
Yeah. I do heraldry, so I have to know Latin.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid.
My favorite Latin word.
Yeah, I'll just need your help setting up the OnlyFans account. For my mustache.
Brian's mustache OnlyFans account. Oh,
It's called OnlyFuzz. God damn it! I'm trademarking that. It's an OnlyFans for beards and mustaches only. Nobody take that. That's mine. Oh shit!
Create it right now.
No, I can't because it's Fellowship. We're live.
No. You can totally take it.
It'll be intellectual property of Fellowship Gaming.
You came up with it.
I'll give you 15%.
Okay.
Then I'll have to throw money at Casey every month.
At least someone will be.
The more money you throw at Casey, the longer it grows.
Oh,
that's
Now
true.
I'm
I was like,
intrigued.
that's true in real life too. The more money you throw at Casey, the longer it grows. I've been throwing pennies at him all week.
Oh, that would hurt.
That's the one. Works both ways, Jeremiah.
See, I mean, you can just get it over with. Just take a whole bunch of quarters, stack them up, throw them in a shotgun, just take care of it all at once.
Payday like no. Was that a junk cannon from Starfinder?
Oh my gosh, there's
The goblins.
yeah. God, I saw a guy who he
No, there
tests
is,
those
like-
theories, and he did dimes, and dimes are the most efficient.
Well, they're the thinnest of all our coins, and they're rigid.
but he packed like $2 worth of $2 worth of dimes in a single shot, and it just punched through and just embedded itself everywhere in the body armor.
Well, it's shrapnel birdshot.
Yeah,
Effectively.
it's nasty.
Oh yeah.
We're like, Uncle Sam says hi.
Well, I knew a guy who does. We do in the SCA. We do a lot of weird like arborquet and stuff like that. And I knew somebody who had a what do they call the trumpet ones?
An arquebus?
Yeah, but there's a
Or a
modified. Yeah,
blunderbuss.
it's a blunderbuss. Thank you.
Sorry.
Like
Yeah, no, I was like,
so
no,
you got-
that's the wrong word. Blunderbuss.
Blunderbuss, yeah.
That's the right word.
yeah. The one I said was The difference is one is water not proof, but water fixed so that you can shoot them on ships. That's an arquebus or whatever you want to call it. Blunderbuss, yes, it has a wider channel. He modified it to shoot galvanized tenpenny, the nails. So it's literally like cause they're like, shingle roofing nails.
Yeah.
So it shot out like 1,000,000 miles an hour, and of course all the kinetic impact pushed it forward because they have wide sails. So I was like, that's just stupid.
that.
I'm a little surprised there isn't a modern blunderbuss where it's just like, no, just take dice, whatever you have, put it down the barrel. This will shoot at deadly.
I mean,
Well,
we're gonna be off topic here for a second,
jacketed.
but there is the modern hwachas,
Yeah.
which they created. They did like, well, this is a fantastic idea. Let's take a look at it, and they created something that sounded like an A10 going off, and they just have tubes, and they just have 22 bullets, not bullets, not the full cartridge, but just the head,
The
bullet.
the bullet. Yeah, I was right, and my brain was like, that's not the right word.
Yeah, shell is the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Bullet, casing.
yeah, bullet, casing, primer, and
And powder.
shot.
Well,
It depends on where you get trained. It's fine.
it's
We're saying the same words for the same things.
incendiary.
Let me call my wife right now. She will know. She will know the name for all of it. That is
It's
literally her
totally
job.
And they had like 300 tubes on this one like rack, and they're like, okay, we're just gonna use electricity to fire it.
Yeah.
And they're like, here's one bullet, and it just and it did damage. They're like, well, we can fit 30 and shoot all 30 at once, and it just sounds like an A10 going off, and it's a single shot, but you only need a single shot for that.
What's that Chinese?
It's the hwachas.
Yeah, the firecracker. It's not. They're missile launchers, effectively.
Yeah.
But they
They shot the arrows.
all at once, and then they
Hwachas.
Mythbusters did it.
Yeah.
With like 12 or something.
Yeah, they
and
tried
then,
it out.
and then they upped it. They did they paint the Mona Lisa with paintballs on a charge detonator of like 100 and 120 individual charges, and I was like, I want to build that.
They're a gorgeous weapon.
Yeah. Well, they're a one and done because it takes like 20 minutes to load.
Well, there's also there was a modification of a hwacha which used similar like catapult aspects.
Oh, sure.
It was they literally they grab arrows, chuck them in, and then just have a board, and it just slides forward and slams them out rather than using fireworks. Sure. And you had a lot more broken. Yeah, you had it was like a 75% shot rate actually left the barrel. But if you're shooting with 1,000 arrows, 750 is pretty good. It's there.
Well, that's better. That's better averages than an English longbow.
Yeah.
Not phalanx. That's shields. I don't remember what a group of archers are called. But you know what I mean.
Yeah. Now it's bugging me that I don't know.
They have a name.
Yeah.
I just can't think of
Yeah.
what they're called.
Yeah. I'm sitting over here. I'm like, oh no.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, so
yeah, we are sans.
Fred tonight.
Well, Zed is this character.
Zed is.
Yeah, but we know we've got him. He's here.
Yeah, Zed is here.
Fred was recently crowned and is off to royal duties.
That's great that
That
he's
what it's
embracing
called.
his princesshood. So.
Okay, the link is in our Twitch chat right now.
The link is in my pants. That's what people on YouTube say.
Oh,
Look
okay.
for the link in my
Oh,
pants
yeah.
below.
Just the people on YouTube.
Okay, so we've got
Bill.
Bill, who is working Do you want to get those out?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I didn't get
I mean,
those.
do we need them?
I mean, yeah.
The hell? Oh.
The first one's blank. It's sneaky.
Well, usually I have them the other way around, where that's in the back.
Now I have my own personal one that I have to share. It's nice.
Right, don't. Not unless you want to, Brian. You gotta share your mustache, though. A mustache, you a question?
That's gonna be our new NPC.
Alan was at work.
Alan.
And I
Oh,
did-
no, Alan broke shit and I had to fix it.
Alan.
No,
Yeah.
no. I
Well,
did
Alan-
espionage, and I did great.
And
He
Zed needs to
did.
fix.
He walked off with a very large Ethernet.
And Zed made a hover car in a country that doesn't have hover cars.
And now he has to.
And now he got found out and is gonna freak out and is gonna fix it again.
Well, he was. Project Eris was like,
Yeah.
fix it. And he was like, what? Who? What?
They said fix it because
It
he
draws
smashed it
attention,
into
yeah.
the wall of the parking garage.
Oh, I thought Mr. Fukunaga was. Sorry, Kasogawa
Kasegawa.
was like, we don't have hover cars. Fix that aspect of it.
So that's how Zed interprets it, but no, he was like, "Oh no, you scratched up the car.
That's fair.
Fix the car, silly."
He's like, I don't care about the wheels. The wheels are cool. So that's like, where we're going, we don't need roads. He's like, no, we kind of still do. It's not like you can fly. You're just hovering.
But yes, in a place that literally has a law of acquisition,
Yep.
a hover car was made and seen publicly. And that's the thing Fred's trying to forget.
Yeah.
And play off like, oh, I can do something. And it's like, no, it has been seen.
It autofocused.
Cool.
It was blurry, and I was like, I want to fix that. Okay.
There are pictures of it. There are videos of it. This is not a, oh, it's going to go away when I put the wheels back on problem. It's one of the things that drives me nuts about Fred, but I also appreciate it about Fred.
Yeah.
He does not think ahead. He is in the moment.
Yep.
And it makes for the game being really fun.
Mhm.
So anyway, you were doing a sub-program to filter through what you needed to look for
Correct.
with all of the data you've got. Got it. You did give me a computer rolls on that.
It's
Okay.
it's the second day, yeah.
Yep, it's the
Okay.
second day. You're going to be heading home shortly.
Yeah.
Alan
I'm
is waking up to go for
fixing
his
the server that he broke.
It's already fixed.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what, because I got called in early to do that,
Mhm.
and then I scrubbed the not the subroutine. I scrubbed
You scrubbed
him from the. Yes, that's right. Okay. And then I did build a subroutine to go through the information that we have at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
And second day, Zed built the car.
Well, he started the first day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He started on it and just, I'm just missing this part. And so kind of went looking, found it somewhere, and succeeded the next day.
Okay.
We borrowed the tools.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep track because Bill is going to be delivering the chocolate ice cream to the lovely Japanese man.
Yes. Give me a roll on that. That'll be a charisma roll.
Charisma? Fantastic.
Yes. To see when you can get your hands on the chocolate ice cream.
We'll take it. It's gonna be an 8.
On 8.
Just
So-
flat charisma, yeah?
Flat charisma. So, I mean, They're basically like, yeah,
Would an 11
we've got it.
be better than 8 time-wise? Like maybe move it
Yes.
up? All right. I'm going to play supporter.
Supporter.
Yeah. So it takes it from an 8 to an 11.
Okay.
Possibility.
Yeah, I'll get you possibilities.
Oh, no! We have no possibilities. We're not reality rated at the moment. Are we at the 4?
No, because the
Glory doesn't carry...
glory
Okay.
doesn't carry over that.
Just the cards. All right.
Just the cards.
We don't know the rules. What are you talking about?
So they're like, okay, yeah, it'll be a couple days before we can get you the ice cream. We're a little backed up.
Lactose intolerance does that.
Actually, lactose intolerance does the opposite.
I know you were trying to get a structure to replace this one,
It's coming tomorrow. Not tomorrow.
but part of me just hopes that it just continues being towers going up. No, guys, I swear, you just stack it right and it's perfect.
Oh my gosh, no.
The Tower of Fellowship shall never fall.
All right, so let's see.
That's good for Fred. Fred needs that card.
Shinjiro is heading home. You'll have your ice cream in 2 days.
2 days. Fantastic. Gives me an excuse to head back in.
Alan, are you heading into work?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I
I
got
don't
Dr.
think
Waifu
there's
again.
anything I need to do.
Dr. Wang.
She's done.
I know what she looks like. I've seen her. I have the book. I have the full body picture of her.
I bet you do.
I have the body pillow of her.
No, Casey didn't pay that much for the backers edition.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do like that. Like
Something like that for Pan Pacific.
yeah, that would make the
Yeah,
most
no,
sense.
That would... They
Everybody,
tacked an extra $20 onto what they gave us and said, we're including the body pillow of this. You bet your ass there would have been a lot of people that
Especially if there was only like 600 they could do, it would have been gone.
In an hour. Like
And-
not-
yeah.
I
it
wouldn't
would've
have
been-
seen it. I
Yeah.
guarantee you. I would not have seen it. I'd been like, is that gone? Yep. Okay.
they're like, don't worry, we have the Gaunt Man body pillow coming next.
No.
So not gonna lie,
Horse is gone.
I'm about to ask that question.
What
Which
question?
question?
I'm gonna ask it.
Where are you going to ask? Who are you going to ask? What are you going to ask?
I'm gonna ask on the Torg
Oh,
Discord channel.
Where's our Gaunt Man body pillow?
why did Jeremiah get banned from Discord? Do not ask the questions you do not want the answers for, young man.
Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, there she is.
Oh, yeah.
What's her name? I'm gonna have to just take it.
I'm just gonna take it for personal research.
That's always what it's about. Personal research.
No, I need it
Mitsuki?
for my art degree,
So-
I swear.
Fujisawa Maoru Akiri. That's what
Matsuri, okay.
I
I couldn't, her name's at the bottom.
Oh, she's over here. Okay.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, what? Okay.
Like I was just thinking that was every
All right.
culture have a version of a body pillow? Like, do the Germans are like, oh, my favorite
We don't talk about
Stein."
German body pillows.
Because I was like, I
Don't
didn't know
talk
they
of the
had
war.
those.
My wife has a body pillow. It's I I don't remember the name of the anime. It's a guy with a knife. I think it's Durara. There's a blonde and there's a black-haired kid. My wife has the body pillow of the black-haired kid. Who has a knife. I was like, you're into weird shit, honey. I mean, she married me, so she's definitely into weird shit.
That's fair.
Well, with modern printing, you could.
There's the question.
Get like
if you had to choose a waifu,
waifu,
whatever they're called.
Waifu, because it's wife.
I don't know.
I like to think.
I'm thinking of waifu like
It's
you know there's a game like Wakefu. Wait, I'm thinking
Wakfu. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, if you had to choose a waifu or a husbando, whatever, I'm not gonna.
That's what they're called,
anybody's yum.
husbandos.
I know.
Husbando.
I'm not gonna yuck anybody's yum.
Yeah.
Who would you choose? That's the question. And you could go. You don't have to just do anime. You could do like Western animation as well. But
I don't know. I'm just gonna throw something out real quick. I just realized that Buck Rogers of the 25th century is an isekai, so I'm still reeling with that.
You are correct. It is.
No, it's like someone's
Absolutely.
like, oh yeah, like isekai.
is he transported to the future?
He's transported to the future.
He is.
He's removed from his time and goes to another
Yeah.
era, culture, etc.
Yeah, well, so Buck Rogers is a is not Adam Strange. What's his the rocket? What's the hell? Adam, no. Oh my good lord! He has a red suit. He has a space gun, but he's a modern human who goes. He gets
Flash Gordon.
No, that's one of them. He's an analog of him as well.
Okay.
It's a comic book character.
Okay.
I want to say Adam Strange, but that's not it. I'm getting Adam Warlock and Doctor Strange mixed up. What is his? Oh my god, I'm gonna go crazy.
I don't actually know.
No,
Sorry.
because someone talked about how Futurama is an isekai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't think of it that because we have isekai. Everyone goes like, oh, isekai is so stupid. I'm like, no, they've been in popular culture for forever. Alice in Wonderland is an isekai.
Alice in Wonderland is a.
It's one of the first isekai too.
Ironically, one of the first literary isekais is John Carter of Mars.
Yes, yes,
Because that's like Edward Burroughs. That's
That's
we're
the
talking
early 1800s.
1902, yeah,
Yeah.
1899.
Yeah.
Because he's
early 1800s. I'm an idiot. Yeah.
Well, I mean, late 1800s.
Yeah, yeah.
1897 when he penned his first book. He published in 1902 or 1903. But yeah, John Carter, Conan the Barbarian, like
Conan the Barbarian?
yeah, Edward Rice Burroughs is the author.
He's not saying that
I'm
Conan
talking about-
Barbarian
no,
is an
no,
isekai.
I'm talking about the author.
He's saying the author.
People forget and Tarzan, like they forget how old these books
Oh, yeah,
are.
no.
They're over 120 years. Well, they're about 120 years old now.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, they're. You think Conan? You're thinking like the Jason Momoa movie. You know, actually, I don't think
Jason
that was
Momoa came out with a
When
Conan?
did they make a new Conan?
It was like 5-6 years ago.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
sitting over
I
here not
believe
knowing.
Jason Momoa played Conan.
Wow.
Yeah. He
It's
did
so
real
The
good.
only Conan I remember is Schwarzenegger's.
No, this is 20 years after that.
I'm,
Brand new.
I get it. I'm just like,
Yeah,
this
I
is
want to
news
say
to me.
2016 to 2018, one of those 2 years. But yeah, it wasn't great because it's Conan, but it was good for what it was.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be great. It's Conan.
Yeah, Lamination of the Women.
Lamentations of the Women.
I need to look. I gotta stop talking and look the thing up I want to look up because I'm gonna go insane if I don't.
I was thinking about waifu or husband, and I was like, I used to
And I
have a lot
probably
of
have
them when
like
I was young.
the weirdest one now.
Oh, I'm not wrong. Adam Strange,
Yeah.
Mystery in Space. That's
Okay, yeah. I'm like Adam Strange. I know that.
Yeah, but he has another name. Like
Guys, you can get a custom body pillow for $20 on Etsy.
That's why I was like.
well, you don't get the pillow. It's just the
case.
cover.
Oh, it's a pillowcase.
Yeah.
Oh man, some of those are NSFW.
Because my wife's, she's got it's 6-foot buckwheat pillow and it's like $300. But I mean, it's like cuddling. I need to get a body pillow of my wife while she's deployed because right now I just have a small little face on a.
When you
Sounds
just
pillow.
go to like friggin' what's that called? Bear Body Works?
Bath and Body Works?
No, the
No.
Build-A-Bear. Sorry, my brain is on toast. I'm sorry.
Apparently.
And I was like,
no.
just get one of those scent patches and have your wife just like throw it on her armpit for a month, and then like stick it up next to her face.
I just imagine Bear Body Works being like
Yeah.
the Jim Bro
So,
bear store. They're just like lifting weights. It's like, I hear you want a bear.
Yeah, so Adam Strange, wearing red, looks a bit like the Rocketeer, but he has like Flash Gordon future tech because he's a human archaeologist who gets transported to the planet of Ron.
Oh.
And they're at war with Thanagar, who are the Hawk Girl, Hawkman people.
Oh.
And he has to then evolve human. It's like him and Corsair, the space pirate, who's actually the father of like Cyclops in Marvel. They're parallels. Or I guess Star-Lord would be also the same. So, but yeah, I was like, I know he has another name. I don't know what he's called by, but Adam Strange. Yeah, anyways, the Man of
to
Tomorrow.
answer the question of who my wife would be, it's Milo from the anime Revelations.
Okay.
Revision or something.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. She has an amazing bike.
Oh.
She has a really awesome bike. Akira fans be damned. Milo's is better.
Yeah. Body pillow of Akira's bike, not Akira, Kanada's bike.
Yeah.
That red thing. Oh.
Yeah. No, I saw Milo's bike and I'm like, that is 10 times more badass.
And Andy's not a good choice.
I don't actually have a waifu. Like I've never thought of things in that nature.
There's never been like Jessica Rabbit. There's never been an animated girl where you're just like her. If I had to be in like a Cool World style movie, and I had
Actually
to,
not really.
Really?
Yeah, like, I find them attractive.
Sure.
The-
Subjectively, yeah.
subjectively. I've never thought, like, people go like, oh, do you have like a hall pass, or like
No,
do you
I
have sort of celebrity crushes? I'm like, no, that's just never
I
been.
don't do that with real people either.
It's
but-
never been like, well, it's like even like it's never been a thing
That's
for
fair.
me.
And it's fair. It's understandable. But like I said, and she's like probably the most off-the-wall choice anyone could ever have.
Yeah.
Because her outfit is full-body suit.
Not a traditional waifu.
No, she would not be a traditional waifu. She's a soldier. She's a badass. She's got an awesome motorbike.
That's pretty cool.
I thought about it for a bit, and I was like, like, one of the things is I just haven't been watching anime much. But I was like,
I mean,
what
not
was
in a
her
while
name?
myself either.
I watch it every day.
But from Food Wars,
Oh, yeah.
Megumi Tadokuro.
Okay.
She's
And-
the fish chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, her.
I
The
was
one that
like,
can carve up a monkfish. And that was awesome.
With one
I
hand.
was like, she is.
That's
so
impressive.
Cool and nice.
Yeah, her family owns a restaurant, and the guy that did the monkfish was retiring, and so she's at like the age of 10 or 12, like,
His protege.
teach me to do this
Yeah.
so we don't lose this.
Yeah, because you can't lose that. That is an
Yeah,
important
Well, it's like,
so he
piece.
did.
Pufferfish. There's like less than 100 people on the planet
Yeah.
who are masters at that.
Yeah.
Like, in
Yeah.
3 generations, there's going to be 0.
Because nobody cares.
Yeah. Well, it's just also it's super niche delicacy, but like you screw it up and you
Fugu
die.
fish.
And someone died. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, you get a neurotoxin.
It's a
It's
fugu
basically
fish.
like eating Botox.
Yeah, it's horrid.
Yeah.
But it
But
doesn't
yeah,
matter. In
I remember
200 years,
she's
we'll all be
she's an
20%
awesome
plastic
character.
anyway. So
Mhm.
yeah.
I hope to be at least
And I
20%
just want
metal.
to slap the hell out of the main character when he's like, "This is so disgusting." I'm like, dude, you and your father need to stop doing that. That's sadistic and wrong. You have both scarred childhood friends because of that. Stop.
Valid.
We're going to see what my response back is about that.
Well, mine will always be adult Hinata from
Okay.
Boruto.
Or two.
Okay.
Like I mean, I was young enough that I could say that young Hinata, because
Yeah.
Shippuden, not so much the original, because she was a child and I
Yeah.
was like 17,
Yeah.
18, 19, 20 years old.
Shippuden make more sense. yeah.
Shippuden, she was aged up and she was still too young for as Western culture. But and in Boruto, she became my age, So I was like, yes, ma'am.
And she has a traditional Western female figure. Actually, she's got the wider hips
and
the larger
breasts,
legs.
But then she still wears the kimonos
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And I like it because she's very much like my wife, with the exception of being dark-haired and blind, but not really blind. She has the appearance.
She has the appearance of a blind woman.
See, I always liked Hinata. It was just that I was like, I like her, but I was like, I like her more when she's with Naruto.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that there's a name for that in Japan, and I don't know what it is, where you want to like crush on a girl, but you don't because you're so into them with the main character or whatever. Like so, Vision Escaflowne, which we have in the background, we have Jaime. I can never remember. Hitomi?
I don't even
know. I know.
It's been so long
I
since
knew what it
saw
was,
that.
and as soon as I said it wrong, I knew I was going to say it right. So it's Hitomi, and then she's paired up with Vaughn, who's the brother of Falcon or whatever. But anyways, Vaughn and her, I like. Man, back in the actually, that's not true. I know who my original waifu was. Back in the late '80s and early '90s, there's a girl by the name of Yulia, also anglicized Julia, in Fist of the North Star, who's with Kenshiro.
Okay.
And I wanted to be Kenshiro so much, who's basically at one point Bruce Lee meets Chuck Norris because of beard and all. And I was like, I love you. You're an adult woman. But you're his, and he'll eat me. But because he'll just like flick me, and my head will explode. But I had a crush on Hitomi, and then I about 12 episodes in of like the 24 for Escaflowne, like they get together, and you're like, oh, and I was like, yeah, all right, I'm done, dude. Vaughn, you can have her, you deserve her.
Yeah, no, I mean Tifa. Yeah, I had the crush on her, but by the end of Final Fantasy VII, I'm like, she deserves to be with
everybody who had a crush on Eris.
Oh God!
Have you seen the meme? Is like for like when they redo the remake, they're like, for $7.99 you can save Eris.
Yeah,
and then like
bing, 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 bing.
the next scene you see is like the guy. He's just
all the money
like, I can't feel my legs
because he's weighed down by cash that just floated.
Yeah,
that's so true. I like that you get in the original 7 that you get a really good like nature of Tifa and Cloud's friendship.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, they're best friends. There's underlying romance, maybe, but not really. And then in the remake, it's so much more fleshed out that they're like childhood friends, and they're like there's definitely unrequited love there, but it's more just familial love. And could it evolve into? Sure,
it could be Eros, but it's not.
Right. It's definitely it's not agape because that's like God, religion, love. It's like the highest tier, but there's one just below Eros where it's like familial love.
Yeah.
I don't know all the Greek words for it, but
there's 12.
7,
I think.
but
There's 7. Okay.
Yeah. There's 5. There's 7 total, and then there's 9 in Latin. But of the 9, 1 is defunct. It basically means arrows, but for animals, and we don't do that. And then one of them actually has 5 tiers.
Okay.
So it's effectively 12, or at least people will say 9, they'll say 12, they'll say whatever. But it's 7, and 1 has gradients, I guess would be the terminology.
It's understandable.
Yeah. As everything does in Greek and Latin. And you're like, wow, they didn't even have a word for blue for 2,000 years.
So we're on day 3, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on day 2.
Okay.
Still on day 2.
Yeah, he's going into work at night.
He's plugged into the internet. This is all just streaming into him 24/7.
It is. It's so frustrating.
How is that Sour Patch, by the way?
Is it good? Pretty good. The Sour Patch and the Warheads one, they aren't really super sour, so they just kind of taste generic. Whereas the Swedish Fish tastes just like a Swedish fish.
Not my fault this time.
No, it isn't. I was just curious. I didn't notice you had opened them. I was busy.
It's Fred's fault.
No.
It's Fred's fault.
That's fault. Roll a deception check.
Sure.
Natural 20.
Roll again.
Oh, it explodes?
No.
I'm playing Glory on all of that.
Okay.
Get our hand size up to 7.
No, we can't trust the dice because Casey already hates the dice because of an incident that happened with one of our Sunday games between him and
My
Fred.
God.
No, he loves his dice. He hates my watches.
No, he hates his dice.
Well,
Then why is he taking it out of my watch?
Don't take it out on your watch. The dice takes it out on your watch.
these dice.
The dice also hate your watch.
Think you'll find the dice don't propagate without somebody else's locomotor skills, Casey?
These dice were
I
concerning.
was not aiming at your watch.
We had the folder of pre-gens,
Oh, no.
and Fred just closed it and put away, thinking nothing of it. In case he's like, "No, why did you close it?" And he's like, "I didn't close it. You closed it." And I'm just sitting there going, "You plainly closed it, Fred." I'm like, I'm the GM. Just roll a d20. And
Just
he
roll a
rolls
deception
high.
check.
He rolled
And
deception.
I even yelled, "You have to do it with disadvantage." And he still rolled high!
And then I rolled.
That was the funniest thing.
I rolled Casey's perception, and he believed him.
Yeah.
And then he was salty about it the next week.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I too would be salty.
Yeah, I literally handed it to him open because I'm like, okay, if I hand it to him open, he's going to understand. I want this space held so he can put the character back in it. And they'll be in order like they're supposed to.
Nah.
Nope, he just closed it. I'm like, oh my God. Brad. No, you closed it. No, I didn't close it.
Lesson here, folks, is to never assume people know what you want.
Yeah,
That
it's
is very true.
It's true.
Like, we might think you are interested in the game we're playing and not just our witty banter.
We're playing a game?
Yeah.
I know. We're playing a game.
So do your
We
second
We
day.
just can't get onto it tonight.
That's fine.
Okay. Let's see. So the head guy tells everyone their stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then he gets the guy that kind of, sort of, somewhat knows English.
Mm-hmm.
Says something to him.
Mm-hmm.
That guy comes up to you as the hofuffle. I'm sorry, no, that's terrible. You clean 31st floor.
31st. Gotcha. Yeah.
I apologize. I'm watching.
It's okay. It's hard to do. It's hard to do an accent for someone who doesn't know the language well and not come off making them sound dumb.
I know, and I'm not trying to insult anyone.
We're just going. I know nothing, and the guy I'm talking to knows enough to send me numbers.
As to the best of his ability in English.
Yep.
And it's meant to be. He doesn't know English well.
Yeah. It's fine. I don't know any Japanese.
I mean, the Japanese I know would confuse the shit out of most Japanese. They would look at me and be like, "Why do you know those words?" I hear them a lot in anime. Hayaku! I'm like, that one I know. I understand that one. Well.
And I'm just like, Alan has literally no experience with it.
Yeah.
His world doesn't have a Japan.
No, that's true. They don't. At least not in the sense we know Japan.
Right.
That's what I can say. Not in the sense we know Japan. Okay, so you get on the elevator, and it goes up. What floor are you getting off on?
I heard 31st, so that's where I'm going.
Okay. So you get off on the 31st floor.
Okay.
And this one looks like it's more offices and less cubicles.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot more doors.
Okay. So, I'll pull out the work phone, and I'll be like, eggplant, building 31.
Just thumbs up.
Do you have
Mop.
your Pan Pacifica book? Not Pan Pacifica. Cyber Papacy?
Somewhere?
So
Might be in
thumbs
there.
up with a mop.
It's probably over there. It's not a concern. Don't worry about it.
No, it probably isn't over there because those are the books I've used. And I have not used Cyber
Okay.
Papacy yet.
And a mop.
Yep, there it is.
Beautiful purple book. Such a beautiful purple.
That is a really nice purple. I still like this one better.
That's a fantastic cover. Like
I
their
love
colors have
this
been
one.
like
The dappled, is that what they're like, the non-print but dappled modeled? That's it, modeled. Those are really nice.
Yeah.
There's a silver one, silver model, and I'm like, that's sexy.
Alright, so I got a thumbs up and a mop. So apparently I'm looking for a mop. Okay. Now I also am looking out for cameras, so anything like this big, crank, I will keep an eye out for. Or anything, it can be a little bit smaller than that. Like, I'm not sure I know to look for things that small or smaller.
So,
Quite yet.
Things that are like a little bubble about that big on the ceiling.
Yeah. Like, I now know those are cameras, and I'm like, okay. I'll look for them.
Are you still wary of clocks?
No, because you explained to me that that
Yeah.
was just time sensitive. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. But then you were like, cameras. And I'm like, yeah, cameras. I didn't see anything that big. And then you explained to me that they're smaller here. And I was like, oh. Well, that's annoying.
I mean, he probably even pointed to the one on your phone and showed you how to use it.
Yeah. Probably pointed to the one in my eye.
Wait, I have a camera on my phone.
Yes. And the one in my eye is smaller than the one in your phone.
Yeah, it's like your cameras.
See, it looks like a little glass circle. They could be smaller than that too.
No. But yeah, like, I don't think I can fathom it. So, like,
Well, that's fair.
the tiny ones
like, if I
I'm not
can't see
going
it,
to
that
worry
doesn't
about.
exist.
But, you know, now I know.
No, I mean,
They can be
that's an
that big.
honestly fair thing. Because, Alan, what is your intelligence score?
It's a 5.
Okay,
mean,
so
mine too.
as low as you can have it,
Yeah.
and you're from the Nile Empire.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense how this works.
No.
None.
Oh, wait till I explain Wi-Fi to him. There's a ambient radiation in the background that you can.
He
connect to.
understands that because that's. Oh, we have similar stuff that goes on in Nile Empire because.
I
kinda
mean,
true.
Wi-Fi is basically a different kind of radio.
True.
Yeah.
True.
For him, it's a radio. It's a more advanced radio.
It is radio. Yeah.
I'm just like, oh man, we would get nothing done if we could send pictures to each other. How do you guys function? And then I look around and go, oh, so this is what happens when you can send pictures this quickly.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Nope.
Yeah. About an hour into your shift, you'll get another text of. I don't think there's a filing cabinet emoji, so it'll look like a building emoji and then a file emoji, the folder,
Mhm.
manila folders,
Yeah,
and then a ship.
and then a ship.
Because I'm looking for
Okay.
import and exports.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like and yeah, it's just good luck.
Ship.
I assume I'm looking into the 31st floor and I'm seeing like it's desks and things like that, and there might be.
Yeah, it's a lot more probably middle management offices.
Alright, so I'll do this one at a time. So first thing, I'm looking for a mop.
Okay, So
Yeah, that's
give
my
me a
way-
find.
That's my way of saying, do your job.
I know that's what you meant by that.
I got something. 5 mind over here.
Yeah.
He's got 4 head and a 5 mind. Better than a 5 head and a 4 mind.
I don't think breaking it to a 7 is going to improve it. Alright, so now we're just going to go with a 4.
4.
Yep.
Ooh-wee. All right. Well, I mean, you find the janitorial closet
Okay.
because you know you have to get stuff out of it.
Right.
There's plenty of mops in there.
Okay.
And you're like, all of them are the same except that one. Because it doesn't have a head on it. Or at least it doesn't have the mop on it.
Right.
It has the bar, but the
Yeah.
wool's not a part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I guess I gotta bring that with me.
The mop with just the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I can't fathom your plan here, so I'm just doing things best I know. So then I get the text
Yeah, as you're
with the-
cleaning and you've got the extra mop with you.
and I'm looking for a file and a ship. Okay, so file cabinets.
Okay. Yeah, give me a find.
Sure. Tried to be cool. Alright, that's a 6.
Okay. I'm gonna play leadership, which allows me to give. Actually, does it go in the hand or just the pool?
Pool, I believe.
It's
Oh, no, it's got to be during combat
yeah.
because we don't have pools until then. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can trade him a card.
I mean, I can improve it. It's just that I'm like,
No,
it only goes so much.
Well, it enables me to reload my hand, which is
Yeah.
what I wanted to do. But
That's the real thing.
Okay, so I mean, it's the only large office. Well, one of the 4 large offices you find in the corner.
Mhm.
Only one of them actually has what you think is a file cabinet.
Okay.
I mean, it's obviously a file cabinet.
Okay.
All the others, you didn't notice any file cabinets in them.
Okay.
But this one, yeah, it clearly has a file cabinet.
Right. And then it'll click like the mop is there to pry open the file cabinet in case it's locked. This is the key.
I mean, that makes sense.
Okay.
So
Not
I
a lot
try
of
and
sense, but
open
it makes
it.
it.
No, it's open.
Okay. Well, that didn't work. I still know what this mop is for.
Yeah, no, it's open, and you go through it, and
I'm just like,
I mean, you find more dust than anything. That you do find one like file in the very bottom cabinet,
mm-hmm.
and I mean, you open it up, and it's
Does it have pictures and stuff?
no, it doesn't have pictures. It's got
Okay.
some. It
Well-
actually has notebook paper like this.
Uh-huh.
Well, not like this. More the Japanese version of notebook paper
Right.
with a lot of writing on it. And there's like 3 or 4 pieces of paper in it.
Okay.
All in Japanese.
Gotcha. Let's see.
Actually, I think the Japanese do use this kind of file paper.
would probably be legal padding.
Yeah, it'd be. Well, no, it wouldn't be spiral ring,
Right.
but it would be paper.
mhm.
Yeah,
Common paper.
Alright.
that's yellow legal pad.
And then
Yeah, it's not yellow legal pad.
That's fine.
It's definitely like white sheets of paper.
Ooh.
I realize, aha, in this land, they keep their files on computers as well. So,
no.
does this office have a computer?
Yes, this one actually has a computer.
All right. Let's see.
And badly.
Like,
I'm excited for it.
is it their tower or is
Yeah,
it
it has a
monitor?
tower,
Okay.
a basic one, not nearly as big as this one, but
Well, probably on a normal desktop.
yeah, normal size desktop. It's in down under the desk.
Yeah.
It's all
Okay.
Microsoft. That Apple.
Let's see. Go check ranges real quick.
Yeah, what is a Japanese computer standard?
What do you mean?
Like we have Microsoft.
Like their operating system?
Yeah, like what do? Like,
Most use Microsoft.
Yeah, I think
Microsoft's got a
is
pretty large
actually-
market share.
That's. I mean, I'm sure you're correct. I was thinking like Samsung versus Apple, or
Well, Samsung builds chips. They
I know.
don't sell
That's why I'm just. I don't know enough about the
office culture.
yeah to know like what would be the. Because you go here to like to a school or you go to an office, they're almost always going to have either or. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Gonna, you know, like
Yeah,
they're
you're
going
not
to go
gonna
all in
find
on Dell, or
Linux.
they're going to go
Yeah.
all in on HP, or they're going to go all in on.
Oh, like what their brand is they're
Yeah, yeah,
utilizing?
yeah.
Okay. So
I didn't know if Japan had the like a Toshiba brand, and that's all their computers.
they
are.
might use
You know what I mean? I
Toshiba.
don't know. I don't. That's
Yeah.
why I don't know.
They might use just Dell.
Maybe.
Because Dell makes those super annoying, like, frisbees.
Yeah.
The reason I hate Dell is because I have to work on them. They're great for people that don't have to work on them. Sucks.
Well,
though.
they're wonderful low-cost PCs.
Sorry, when I say being work on them, like, as a technician.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they're
Hate them as a technician. Great for people that don't know what they're
Yeah.
doing.
they're a lot of A into B, B into C type stuff. So they're good for everybody who wants to start at the bottom.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Okay, here it is. Mm.
Yep, I was just curious. I didn't even think about it. My wife, because they have to use Sapphire is like their internet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't.
As their
know.
browser or just their internet?
No. So it's like we have Comcast.
Okay.
They have
so
Sapphire.
provider. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. People have to buy into it, and then they get like a, 50 gigabyte of internet a month, or I don't know. You'd have to ask my wife; she would know the specifics. I just knew it wasn't like what we have in America doesn't go over there. Like,
Correct.
Yeah, you can't really.
I
use...
mean, we had Earthlink in Iraq. That's what we used.
Whew.
Yeah, but yeah. But
Oh.
also, a lot of military stuff is satellite based and pre-existing structure.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, no, this was just basic internet.
Get yourself some HughesNet going on.
Yeah.
God, HughesNet is like the
I mean,
worst
the
of it.
military had its own network, and
Well,
because of
it has
who
to
I
be
was
secure.
with,
You can't
Yeah.
utilize their network 'cause
Yeah.
it has to be secure.
yeah, we could not plug into theirs.
Mm-hmm.
One of our guys accidentally plugged in
Oh.
to a literally 2 seconds, realized what he did, and unplugged it.
Oh.
And
Yeah, you're right.
How, oh.
I'm sure it got confiscated for
It
a
did.
number
Oh.
of reasons.
It did.
There was.
Yeah. My not a buddy of my wife, but one of my wife's soldiers did that. They connected to a hotspot in one of the cities on their phone, and their phone had to get confiscated because it had information on it.
Yeah.
Just emails and stuff, but any
Yeah.
information is too much,
No.
Mhm.
especially in where she is.
Yeah.
No. We had a
You know.
guy who.
I know.
He modeled himself a hacker. He's a freaking idiot.
Oh, yeah.
And he modified the Salady virus back in 2009, which was just killing everything.
The Hydra, yeah.
And we're on all government machines.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I'm going to try to infect the government. It was connected for 5 minutes before he was in handcuffs.
Yeah.
And I was like, buddy, what did you expect to happen? He went to prison for 5 years.
So, I know Brian's getting ready to do it. I have a buddy of mine who used to work in the Department of Defense at the Pentagon, and we used to play a thing called MUD, multi-user dungeon.
Oh,
Text
yeah.
based, whatever.
Muds.
We know
We had,
that.
we had another buddy who, I say buddy, just a guy who played with
An
us,
acquaintance.
who wasn't a great dude, former military intelligence, and he like that. He's a glorified hacker. while we were at a convention, he was sitting next to my friend who works at the Pentagon, and he was doing a subroutine hack, and it literally was just, could I get past the wall of X? Well, it turns out to be a military facility. Nothing crazy, anything like that. Basically, just go in, download blueprints of like a chip or something. Yeah, just to see if you could do it. And my had no clue who he worked for and with, because he did IT and DoD. And he was like, I unfortunately have to turn you in. And it's like, what? Yeah, I have to turn you in. Pulls out his federal card, and he makes a call, and he's like, probably nothing gonna come of it, but you're now on a list. And he's literally on a no-fly list. Turns out it was a military establishment of Boeing that they were doing sub work. It's like, yeah, so he can't fly for
ever.
Not ever, but it's Delta, Southwest, and one other company all go under Boeing. I was like, man, hey, cool, yeah, look what I'm doing. Oh shit, I gotta tell you who I am.
Yep.
So you don't know. Sometimes you don't know, so be smart.
It's not like the War Thunder
Speaking
Discord.
of people doing shit and getting in trouble, Brian, how's the computer going?
And it's fair that we went on that tangent with what's about to happen.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna take out one of my magic short swords that I brought with me, and just slice off the cables, sorry. And then
He just like,
you know what?
I mean, it's a magic sword.
I agree. It's a magic short sword. I still want an attack roll with it.
Glory hard. Glory hard on this thing.
excuse me.
let's see. Yeah.
I can't wait till we go to the cyber PvC and we have to do this like combat in the net.
Oh yeah.
It's like, Johnny, I'm going dark. Protect my body, Bill. Why? I'm an avatar next to you like Tron. If you don't think for a second my body isn't going to look like Tron, you don't know what you're talking about.
No, I'm with you there.
16 to hit.
Nice.
16 hit. I will call that outstanding because
AC of a cable's 5.
Secretly, it's a Stela.
Oh shit!
no.
This computer's a
Dim threads start coming in. Yeah.
I would not. No, I could be.
Yeah, you could.
I'm like, I could do that.
Yeah, go
I'm
nuts.
not going to.
Listen,
I could.
I'm Project Eris. If he gets arrested, shit sucks for him.
So that's 21 damage.
Okay, yeah. Your sword cleanly severs all the cables.
Nice. And then I spend the possibility to learn to spell glamour, and it looks like a little cat. Now I'm just take it home with me when my shit is done.
Dear goodness.
I hate and love Alan's character so much. Like the cat's not even purring; it's just making the fan sound. I mean, I know the computer's not on, but that's just my brain doing that. Oh, it's so great.
Oh, okay.
You get 6 more hours of cleaning with a cat in your hand. That's what
I
the
think
mop is.
he's-
No,
Just put the cat on his
He'll
little
just
cleaning
sit there.
cart while he cleans and does his cleaning.
he sends me an emoji of a cat. What?
I don't know. He hasn't said that
I know.
yet.
I'm just.
So
I'm
rest
still
of the
going
night,
through
what are you doing?
It's a routine.
Alright, so, let's see. If I thought any of the cameras looked at me funny, what would I do?
So I've had this
Okay.
every time since I've played this character. I've gotten this every single time.
Okay.
If I get it next time, I'm gonna be
Alright.
like, I want a new card.
So I saw this on a movie poster. So it's going to be, so I'm quickly going to Avia Cameras, or what I think is Avia Cameras, cast Figment, and I'm going to have creepy Japanese girl, long hair over her face, just kind of shadowing my movements the entire time. And I'm going to pretend she's not there. And I have no idea what anyone's talking about.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nope,
I'm
nope.
trying to decide what kind of role that is. What skills do you have? We'll start with that.
Reality, willpower, persuasion, missile, and melee weapons, find, fire, combat, streetwise dodge, beast riding, survival, conjuration, apportation, and faith amautism.
Give me a persuasion on that.
Yep. So that's a 19 persuasion.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength test for your cleaning.
It's a very exhausting day. It's
Okay.
all it's maintaining 2 spells at once as well.
Yeah.
So that's a 0.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
It's just
It takes a lot out of you.
it does. I just feeling it tonight, guys.
Yeah.
And
The whole you're now on a night shift.
Yeah.
And you're not used to this yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're pretty beat when you get in that elevator,
mhm.
and you've got your cat, and people are your fellow cleaning crew.
Mhm.
They're kind of looking at. They're really looking at you weird. Give me a persuasion check. And this is to make them really think you're holding the cat.
Well, that's a 1, so
I have a second chance if you want it.
yeah, I'd like it.
Was it a mishap or a total of 1?
Yeah, it's a
It's
mishap.
a mishap.
No.
Let's see.
Just hand me whatever.
I'll probably need that.
Oh yeah, that's my second one.
Nice.
Alright. Second chance. It's me re-roll a test, even on a mishap.
Yep.
Going very extremes today. Alright, so...
Do you want a hero?
No, it's fine. I got 11 the second roll, so it's only a 31.
We could spend a possibility on that.
Yeah, but I only got 1 left. I already spent 2 earlier.
That's valid. That's valid.
I was like, I have a hero and a drama.
Oh,
That'll be a 20 persuasion.
Nice.
Okay.
The cat does all the
I
persuading.
mean, they stare at you kind of weirdly, and they're talking in Japanese. One eventually kind of like motions.
Oh. Yeah, sure. I turn towards them, and then the Japanese girl, like, floating over my head, or just kind of raises up behind me. I go, yeah, sure.
You have like a Japanese girl piggybacking on you.
no. He's
The
got
creepy-
the
Oh, like the
grudge.
Yeah.
He's got the grudge chick
That's
behind
terrifying.
him, just slightly being there, and now he just like turned to them and they're like, "Oh, you want the cat?" And this creature just goes, and they're like,
Yeah, they all just huddle into a corner.
I look at them all confused and go,
There's gonna be some straight up like Japanese horror lore in this building that this janitor, who no one knows who he is, comes in the middle of the night, and if you see him, don't pet the cat.
He's there for like 3 days and they never see him again.
Like,
No, I mean, you're on the 31st floor, so you're still going down.
Yeah.
And I mean, the elevator stops a couple times to pick up additional workers.
Mm-hmm.
They look, see the other guys in just cowering in the corner, and they're like pointing at, and they kind of look, and they get this terrified look, and back right out of the elevator.
I guess I was spending the night at work tonight.
I'm just like, I'm not a fan of cats,
That's
it
amazing.
seems.
Yeah, I mean, you get down and you walk out, and what do you do with the girl at this point?
Like, she disappears as soon as I leave the building.
No, you're not out of the building yet.
Okay.
So you're literally on ground floor.
Yeah.
And there's the manager
Mm-hmm.
or the cleaning crew
Yeah.
boss, a few other people.
Mm-hmm. Like,
So what is the girl doing? Because I'm guessing you walk out and she follows you out.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me another persuasion check.
Got to Alan.
Come on, guy. You gotta pick a number. Even if it's a bad number, you gotta pick. Let's see. Yeah,
This is probably the earliest I've run someone out of possibilities.
I think this is the only time we've ever fully run out of possibilities.
I've run out of them.
Oh, you have? Oh,
Yeah. Xavier ran out of them a lot.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Well, because I take damage when I fail my...
willpower. Make it a 21.
Okay.
I just want to be consistent with you because I like the bit going on.
Yeah, it's a great bit.
It's a great bit. I'll give you that. No, I mean, the boss turns to you, sees who it is, kind of gestures for his translator to come forward,
Mm-hmm.
and the translator steps up, just turns ghost white, and books it out of the building. And the manager looks at him, turns, looks at you, and is not far behind him. Followed by
Nice.
everybody else.
Sure.
Zombies.
Damn it!
That's weird. I guess they aren't a fan of cats.
Alright, so yeah, you...
A whole lot of Neko and Terabozu and Oni and words that would mean all that.
So anyway, yeah, you get back.
I
I mean, the taxi driver kind of nods at your cat.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, yeah. The girl only stays at the building.
Yeah.
And then
I get it. So that's why he only kind of nods at the cat. He's like, yeah, I get it. There's people that are weird and they bring their cats everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too out of the ordinary for some guy to bring his cat with him to work.
Mm-hmm.
And so he gets you back to the Hilton. He kind of looks at you, looks at you, shrugs a bit.
It's one of those secretly the janitor's the CEO kind of thing.
I mean,
what's that?
I'm sure there's a way that he's paid. I don't know how. Probably through this gentleman's account.
I'm just like, yeah.
Well, I'm sure if we didn't really discuss finances, but I'm sure we would have
There's a way you can
given him
get
money
paid,
for.
yeah.
Yeah.
NFTs. That's what I remember us saying was the official currency.
Oh, we did talk about
My
images
gosh.
being worth money.
Yeah, you did.
Did.
Um,
Okay.
no,
But-
he would most likely have like a Apple Pay or Venmo or whatever on his phone.
Anyway,
So yeah.
you're back at the motel.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna take a quick 10-minute break, and we'll be back shortly.
Awesome.
Right, and we're back. And we are continuing Torg Eternity instead of the discussion we were having.
Okay, so we're
Okay, so yeah. Shinjiro, your phone goes off.
Shinji. Yep.
Shinji.
Do I recognize?
Yeah, it's from work.
Oh, okay. Gozaimasu?
Someone stole a computer.
Someone stole a computer. What computer?
The accounting manager's computer.
I shudder to ask. How did they steal it?
They literally cut the cords off of it and took the computer.
Okay. I imagine.
And there's this really weird stuff on camera. People
okay.
are freaking out.
do you need me to come in? Have you contacted the security personnel?
Yes, and they're going over the footage, and
Okay.
they're kind of freaking out about this. I get it.
If you feel comfortable sending me the video over this unsecure channel, you're welcome to do so. Otherwise, I can come right in immediately.
Yeah, I think we can arrange that.
Okay. Okay. What exactly is it you want from me, Director?
Just tell us your opinion on this.
Okay, I can do that.
I mean, okay. Getting the computer back would be nice, but I mean, the police will handle that.
Yeah. I don't have access to the video, so I don't know who stole it, but we can certainly look into that avenue. If you can get me the personnel files of all of the graveyard crew, that would definitely be a next step, because then we can compare and contrast. Unless you already know who it is.
We think we know.
Okay.
Yeah, we're sending a notice of termination.
All right. Wonderful.
who are you terminating is the question.
The ghost girl.
Alan?
Okay.
Or at least Alan's persona?
So yeah,
So,
I'll order an Uber or a cab and make my way there.
Oh, they
Unless
said
they're going
they
to send me a
send-
card. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so you see Alan walking in with a cat.
I got what you asked for.
Didn't ask for a cat, but okay. Deposit it into the room. Stay off the phone for a period of time. I believe you're fired. A camera did catch you. I don't know what yet, but we'll figure that out later.
I thought I was doing so good.
But that's okay. You already stuck out like a sore thumb anyways, so... hey, you got 2 days work out of it. That'll at least be deposited into your bank account.
Oh, good.
I don't know how
Felt
much...
like old times again.
Yeah. I don't know how you could spend yen, but... we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I will... And then immediately just not pay any attention to him whatsoever. When I get outside, though, I will be looking for... anybody who might be tailing Alan specifically.
Okay, give me a find.
Is this a visual?
Yes, I would
Okay.
consider it visual.
I'm not going to reroll that. Keep the 10. And the 11, so...
21 is
21 find is 8 plus 12, so a total of 20.
8. Yeah, you're looking. You don't see. I mean, yeah, you don't see anyone actually following.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's people looking at the weird white guy with the cat, but otherwise not like an actual tail.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
there's no actual people.
There's a
looking
little
for
kid
him.
paying too much attention.
Yeah, no.
Why is little Becky out
I just walk up behind her.
Oh, God. Could you tell us why little Sarah needed to die?
That's exactly what I'm
That's
going
such a good callback, Casey.
Yeah,
God
it's,
damn.
it's like, well, that guy, he's not
Oh,
snarling,
Tiffany.
he's
Why
sneezing.
Little Tiffany needed to.
Tiffany, that's right.
It was
That
Tiff-
girl walking down the street with those books way too advanced for her.
She's up to something.
Yeah. That,
Or do I
that
owe
boy,
her-
that alien over there, he's just trying to get his pump on.
How would I feel if someone came into the gym and just started popping off?
Pop my ass.
You know, I really like watching 3 and then going back and watching 1, knowing what Kay knows now about Jay.
Oh, it's
And
so-
oh, man.
Oh,
Not the whole movie, because 3 isn't great, but the whole, that
Arc,
connection
yeah.
with his dad.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, it was in the comic book
oh,
series.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
Well, but the comics were written after the first movie came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you're right. They did have a source,
And then they also had the little TV series where they go in
the cartoon.
and they explore the creation of MIB.
Yeah, back
which
in
was
the-
fantastic.
Roswell?
Yeah.
Just before Roswell, yeah. But I like O. O is a really good character from the cartoons that never really made it into the movie. I mean, she was in the movies, but she wasn't anything special.
Yeah.
She was really cool in the cartoons. Yeah, sorry. It was the same artist designer that did Aeon Flux. That's why they look very similar to the
That
movies.
would make sense. Yeah, because it's very angular, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
the fisheye lens POV.
Yeah.
That gets me every time I watched like Aeon Flux back in the 90s. I was like, it's such a dynamic like art style.
I watched Aeon Flux when I was a kid because I was a kid when it came out.
Yeah.
And the only thing I remember is the scene I remember is the one dude who thinks he's special because he got this key and like everything's going on and she's like, "Oh yeah, it's a key to my chastity belt." And he's like, "Oh." And then like they're in this crowd and everybody pulls the key out of their pocket and he's like, "Oh."
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I remember from that show.
They deposited hundreds.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like when she takes her spine out, or one of her vertebrae, and she can twist her whole body to go underneath the grate,
Yeah, it's just-
and then pops back up because she's cybernetic.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways, yeah.
Aeon Flux is a show.
It's a show.
it was an okay movie too, but the cartoon was way superior.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember much about the cartoon story-wise. I just remember it being very interesting visually.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where I liked the movie more because I was like, oh yeah, there was a plot.
You can actually, you can like, oh, there's
Well,
a
and
story.
The cartoon deviates from the clone plot and the epigenic plot
Mhm.
halfway through the first season, and then it becomes more about the real, because you don't know that she even has a sister until like 27 episodes into the cartoon, and then there's only 8 episodes remaining, and it kind of ends on a cliffhanger, which is stupid of MTV, man. Like, you could have gotten 500 episodes out of that. I mean, we get 500 episodes of Ren and Stimpy. Why can't we get 500 episodes of not that Ren and Stimpy was bad, but it wasn't.
It was bad.
It was inappropriate would be the term. It wasn't a bad cartoon.
Yeah.
It was just
Ren and Stimpy was funny because I just remember watching it as a kid and thinking this is great, and then I tried watching one episode later and I go,
oof.
the heck did I enjoy this?
Yeah.
I was like, there are 3 skits. Like, the log song, perfect.
The log song is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect.
I would say the same thing with like Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
It was just, you're looking at it, you're like, it was
Well,
funny in the moment, but you're like,
The greatest thing that came out of Beavis and Butthead was Daria.
Okay.
Once she got her own show, it was way better than Beavis and Butthead. I was such a fan of Daria. Anyways, I go into work.
Yeah, heading to work. Fix this. Well, I'm over here just like, can I get some ice cream?
Your Schwann's cup
Yeah.
band pulls up.
No, I mean, you still got another 2 days on that.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I
just
know.
got-
I know.
You got the order placed yesterday.
Yeah,
I'm like-
you don't even work there.
Got like
you have
three.
something
Yeah, I've got
else.
like 3 cell phones going on. I need to get this ice cream in now.
Yeah,
buy,
all
buy,
right.
buy, sell, sell, sell.
So Alan comes up. I mean, you're probably having breakfast.
Yeah.
I mean, the first thing you do is like, you want some breakfast or dinner? I'm just guessing you don't.
He's
Have
like,
to
or you
do
can
that.
eat the cat. What?
What's with the cat?
I'm just like,
I mean, I'm literally just guessing because
Oh, yeah.
in comes Alan with this cat.
Bill's having a normal Texas breakfast, which means he's got his 9mm pistol on there. The look on your face.
I'm just like, when Casey's like, yeah, Bill's probably doing this and that, and I'm just like, he's right here. He's not doing nothing. And so in my mind, I'm just imagining it's Bill's armor. Who's like, oh hey, Alan, how's it going? I'm like,
It's
still not
Alphonse
used to
without
the
helmet. He's
talking
just buttering
armor.
bread going, Alan, it's nice to meet you again.
are you hungry?
Alan just puts the cat inside the head.
Brilliant.
Apologies for me.
No, I'm fine with it. Knowing where I am is important.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hey, so how's it going?
It's going quite good. I'm ordering. I ordered some ice cream. One of these guys is really like chocolate ice cream. So I'm getting about
Yeah.
400 pounds of ice cream, which is a lot.
Yeah, it is.
They didn't want any guns. They did want some oil.
Agaraga.
Yeah.
Suji.
with
so-
the ice cream.
No, separate. Like this guy
Oh,
was just
okay.
like, this is a personal request.
Okay.
He's got a really big birthday party coming.
Yeah, I had a great night. Oh, yeah, and I kind of snapped my fingers, and the cat turns back into a computer. Yeah, I got this for
Oh, yeah.
no fluid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a currency that you use?
Hmm?
No fluid.
Oh, that's his name.
Oh,
Nomenclature fluid.
is that your name? Like he just like straight up like activates his like subdermal comms. Is like, is that actually your name? And sends it just a type beam to you.
No, I made a faux pas.
I know, no, it's totally fine.
Like, I think that's his actual name, is nomenclature
Oh, is that what
fluid.
you say? Is
But-
that you say no? I just made a faux pas, and he just thinks that's what it is. Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying? I was like,
No,
oh,
you were there for the conversation when I said I'm nomenclature fluid.
oh.
Because I explained why my name was.
Well, we
it-
know that
I
I'm not
originally
batting
introduced myself
1,000
as
tonight.
Hiroyoshi Kano, and then I was like, oh, wait, actually, my name is Shinji Nagaro. And then he goes something. I said, well, don't worry about it. I'm nomenclature fluid, making a joke about being gender fluid. In good spirits, and then he just like, oh,
Okay.
isn't that? He's talking to Fred about fucking hydraulic fluid. I was like, you son of a bitch.
Like, I wrote
It was
that.
so good.
I literally wrote that as your name because I'm like, Alan thinks that's like your superhero name.
Yeah, nomenclature
because you
fluid.
have a ton of names that
Sure.
he doesn't know if any of them are real. So he's like, no fluid. That's his hero name. I get that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah.
Later
No
on, when I
fluid,
become a zombie, it'll be true.
No fluid.
Unless you
said,
become a vampire, then it'll be really true.
Yeah.
This is what he wanted. I don't get it, but I think I
Okay.
did really well this time.
But yeah, he has his computer and
He at least kept it whole.
the cables are severed off of the back.
Luckily, I don't need cables. Where we're going?
Well, I mean, if it's what he requested, I mean, good for you. You're doing a pretty good job taking care of what they need.
Yeah, speaking
Yeah, I
of which,
think
what did
so.
you do with a file?
I mean, yes.
Yeah, the file would have been with it.
Oh, okay.
Like I
Yeah,
would have kept them
your
together.
phone does go off.
Oh. Hi.
It's an email. It's one of the three
It's
buttons. you
it's
have.
an email. Yeah, you're fired.
Let's see. I don't think I'm supposed to.
You
he
are
said
fired.
I'm not supposed
Yeah.
to open
Don't
those.
call back.
You're fired.
Read my fax.
Mr. Yakamoto, you're fired.
I'm just like,
What's the meaning of this fax? Oh, it's just a joke, Mom. Office
Back
joke.
to the Future.
2.
Yep.
Such a weird film.
But
That's where
it's
his
a
3
great
was.
It's
film.
no, it's a good film. But like that whole aging scene, like it just wasn't
it's
done
so
at that
bad,
time. But
yeah,
like
no.
it's bad, yeah. Because they literally just aged
Michael J. Fox is
Fox.
older now than he was in that movie.
Mhm.
Because I think he's like 55 in the movie. Because it's
Yeah.
like 30 years later, and he's like 61 now, and he looks half the age.
Yeah.
He looks better. Well, not he doesn't look better
Yeah.
because of Parkinson's, but he looks better than he ever did. And man, they really screwed Jen over.
Yeah, they
They made
messed.
her look horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Oh my god, and she looks gorgeous today. But
Still.
the inverse of that is Top Gun. The Tom Cruise looks immortal, and the girl that played the love interest in the first one
Oh
did
yeah,
not. No offense, she's gorgeous.
she's
but
a fantastic woman,
she
but
did not age
you can
well.
definitely see there's some aging.
There's a 30-year difference. Not like Jennifer Connelly, who looks 20 years older than she did in Labyrinth, and she's 60 years older. No, 10 years older than me. I did not realize that until yesterday. I was like, she was 12 or she was 10 in 1982. I was like, I was born in 10 years older than me? Damn. She looks good for
Only
60.
82? I thought you were older.
No, I'm only 41.
Okay. I thought you were older than me a lot more than that. Oh, that sounds negative.
Listen, Fred's not here to get the brunt of
Not
it.
here
It's
to
only
get the
fair.
treatment.
I'm just gonna put my foot in my mouth. It's gonna taste
Look,
good.
Is it like, what, how many? Because you're younger than Brian, or you're
I'm
older than
32.
Brian? How old are you? 36?
42.
Oh, you're the same age as, well, you're older than me. Shit. Why did I think you were younger than me?
Well, most people think I'm young. I'm just blessed with that looks.
Fair enough.
And if I shaved this off, I'd look 10 years younger.
If you take the top off with it.
Yeah, if I go
There you go.
with my...
Yeah.
If I go back to no hair, yeah, I look 10 years younger than I am.
We could
Which
do
is,
a
I'm
calendar.
like, weird.
No, we are not doing a calendar.
But it's just it's only Brian, and it's in he'll grow a beard, and that'll be January, and then
Oh.
we'll shave like the sideburns off, and then eventually it's clean, and that's December. But we'll do it in reverse, so it'll be January, February.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll do
makes
that.
sense.
Shit, I don't give a fuck.
I mean, see, like I grew out when I couldn't shave my nose. What?
There's got one long hair here, like
After the doctors reattached the nose from my first attempt and figured out I couldn't do that no more.
anyway.
no.
The
Yeah.
scars healed well there.
Oh
Jeremiah.
man.
We're all
The scars
punch
healed
drunk.
So
well.
I had my nose fixed right after we had Haley because our deductible had been met, and so instead of a $6,000, it was $16,000.
Deviated septum. or
Yeah, I had a
something?
massive. It was like they looked at it and they're like, "Well, why are you here?" And I'm like, "Well, because I have a deviated septum because it looked no different.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little thinner." And they looked at it and they're like, "No, you're fine." Doctor looks up and goes, "So when do you want to schedule surgery?" He was like, "It looked like a lightning bolt."
Yeah.
And they fixed it, and like you can't see the scar here anymore. But like I couldn't shave because you got to be real careful with that skin because they just peel here and just peel up your face, which is intense, by the way.
Yeah. They cut around the nostril and they pull it up.
Yeah,
And then they
like
go in.
that is something I don't want to ever be awake for, and I'm glad they put me out. But it hurt afterwards, obviously.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was
Rhinoplasty
after
with
they
shunning.
peeled it back and I got to see myself that I was like, can I have the anesthesia?
Is that what happened?
Can I
to Red
have
Skull?
general
But I
anesthetic
grew
now?
mutton chops to mess with my wife, and it was just real big. I have a picture of this big old mutton chops because I couldn't shave
You
for
were
like
a Scottish
6 months.
imperial
Yeah,
soldier.
yeah. She was like, "I love you. You're free to do whatever you want with your face, but don't do that ever again."
Oh, I need to find the picture of me the last time I really had hair.
Oh, if you want to see the picture of right
and
after
I did
the
a
surgery,
mohawk. And I
Nice.
mean, it was a good 8-inch mohawk.
oh, that's nice. The picture on Patreon that I have with me in the white shirt is right after I've shaved off the mutton chops that I couldn't shave off the Mexi stash because it just wasn't growing because it had been deaded. It just looks so like Predator in the van style. It was so bad. It was so bad.
I should show you guys some photos.
We
were
really
in
need
Illinois.
to get back on
We
topic.
do.
All I have was a mustache.
We do. We need to get this
Okay. So
today.
yeah, no, and Bill's just waiting. He's waiting to get a call back. He's kind of the face, not really. He's just dead weight. He's fine with that.
And no fluid taught me that I'm not supposed to open these attachments. So
Well, that makes sense. Don't
I'll
do that.
Just leave it for him to figure out what that is.
He's not wrong.
Last
Okay.
time I looked for mummies in my area, it didn't go well.
All right. So you are.
You're fired.
Yeah, you are fired. You're actually at the office, and
Yeah, I go in and it's like, okay. So
I mean, the cops are there. They're looking at the footage, and I mean, they're writing things down, and they see Alan, and you know it's Alan, and you literally just watch him take a sword and cut the cables off the back of this computer.
I'm like,
And he does something at that point, and the computer turns into a cat.
what? I know there's a law of magic.
Law of rationalism.
Rare and use. Okay. And we have confirmation. All right, so I imagine I'm walking over to introduce myself to the head of the IT or security personnel, whoever's
Yeah.
there, and the officers that are showing my ID badge as Shinji Naguro. I don't remember exactly what my official title was, but I know it's like high-end IT, and it's basically like serverware and everything. It's like, okay, what are we looking at?
Yeah. And then you see him disappear into some room. And when he comes walking out, because I mean they fast forwarded a little bit, and he comes walking out, and yeah, there's this
I see the Grudge.
the grunge girl walking behind him, and he looks totally oblivious to it.
Can I do
Completely
a?
oblivious.
Oh, my persuasion is not good either. Okay, I gotta see how I'm gonna facilitate this. Like, all right, so we'll touch on that in a second, sir. Okay, what was on the computer that was stolen? Do we have any reason to know what he took?
Well,
Said it was a financial advisor's
accounting manager.
accounting manager. Thank you.
Yeah, Tanjiro Masato. I mean, the computer itself really more had subroutines and some of his
Yeah, it had like QuickBooks and
QuickBooks, and I mean it had accounting stuff on it.
yeah. Did it have any passwords or private details of the shells and the corporations that were attributed to the buying and selling?
I mean, yeah, it has some of that on it.
Okay, all right. That's definitely something we'll have to look into. Was it back saved on the servers, I assume, and were there any network connected computers associated with this computer itself that we could maybe blackwall?
I mean, yeah, we have backups and all of it.
Okay, so
'Cause
here's
we
something
do
I can
have
do
a-
right now. I'm going to pull out my little laptop tablet thing and start doing the subroutine and say, I need, I'm going to bring it up. It's going to be a security password protected black wall. So this is what I can do. In the next 24 hours, I can access the network. Even though it's not connected, there are, files and things that are connected to the thing. If they try to access them, I can shut them down remotely. What I need is your information, and I don't need to look at anything. You type your password in, because I assume he's the security head or related to it. And then I'm going to show you exactly what to do. That way that there's a paper trail of you doing it. You're in charge, with my name attached to it, but I'm not going to get the information. You're not going to tell me anything. Effectively, what that's going to do, and I'm explaining it to him, is create a hard wall. So he would then, doesn't look like he's too computer savvy, which is great. So I'm thinking he's working with somebody or another rival corporation. I know they're associated with Kanawa, or they're associated with a different group.
They are associated with a different group.
Okay. So I know that Kanawa has been. I just need to know, because I don't want to make a social faux pas saying the wrong thing, and I would know better.
I mean, they're thinking that he might be some American company, because he's American.
Oh, that makes.
He looks really American.
Did he not speak Japanese at all? By all accounts, no. Okay.
No, by all accounts, no.
Valid. Wasn't there? Didn't I see on the? I'm throwing your ass under the bus.
Do it.
Didn't I see there was another American associated with their group?
Oh yes, Mr. Burton.
I'm playing my Cosm card, Assassin's Attack.
Are you really?
Yeah, if you're throwing me under the bus, I'm fine with it.
I'm Project Eris.
I'm fine with it.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
I'm fine with it. Minions of the villain attack sometime this act. All Storm Knights gain 1 of 3 possibilities once they are defeated, depending on their strength. We also have a sold out. We are betrayed by a non-player character he considers an ally this adventure, which could be the hotel staff.
Any number of things, whatever Casey thinks is fun.
Yeah.
So
no, that's perfect. That was fine.
Just so we are transparent, Casey, there is a keylogger, so I'm getting his information, but it's all subroutine, hidden, the whole nine. And I will. There is an actual black wall, so that if some other person other than me with that subroutine's password, they cannot access the data files on that computer. Cover my own ass.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
But also, fuck Bill. No. Listen, you get 2 American. Well, 3 technically. What is Fred's character? He's not American, but he looks like he's.
Oh no, he's more or less, yes, he is American, because he was an American in Egypt teaching college.
That's right.
When the invasion happened. That's the right word.
That's
when the invasion happened, he was an American in Egypt teaching at Cairo.
I love that I get to be chaotic neutral, because I'm like, for the better of, F the High Lords. Also, if you died, sorry. It literally says Project Eris will sell out Project Eris to succeed.
Oh yeah, no, it makes sense.
Eris. I was like, awesome.
It makes perfect sense. Do you have a glory card in your hand?
What?
Do you have a glory card in your hand?
I do not.
Do you?
No.
Okay, I have 2 of the 3 then.
Nice. Oh, he gave you one?
No, I had them in.
Oh, that's cool.
On draw. Someone said they're looking into Dr. Waifu's body pillow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Waifu?
Yeah.
On the Discord?
On the Discord.
Oh, that's amazing.
I told you I was going to put it on the Discord.
That's wonderful.
What Discord?
The Ulysses
Torg,
Spiel
the
Discord.
German Discord.
Oh, jeez.
I put it underneath the crowdfunding, and I was like, can we seriously have this?
Yeah, where do you think I'm getting all of the clarifications for the rules that I look up?
Yeah.
I mean, Reddit and Discord.
Honestly, that's the best location for it.
Because it's so, everybody's there, like, hey. Yeah, and of course, Germany is going to make the coolest, like, the Cyber Privacy is, like, arguably the coolest of all the...
Dr. Waifu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's been animated. Anime undead.
Oh, what's the singer girl with the blue hair? Mika? She has long...
Miku?
Miku, that's it.
Like, I was like, oh, okay.
Miku. Yeah, she's a common waifu now.
She is. I had to think of the twins, though. I have a buddy who she dresses up as the twins.
I'm not familiar with anything else of Vocaloid. I just
Oh my gosh.
I know Miku from first time I was introduced to her. My wife was like playing the game.
Okay.
My daughter's a big fan, and my wife has Miku's costume as a Halloween thing.
I learned how to turn my voice into Miku the other day.
Oh, cool.
Because I'm learning how to like train AI video, and a lot of them are like, take your voice, turn it into someone else's. I'm like, I don't want that, but that's the first step, and then I make a model of my own voice.
All right.
And put it
That's
in.
cool.
Bill?
Okay.
Yeah, no. Decide
No, I got it.
who, and
I
what
got
it
it.
happens to. I don't. It's all good.
I got it.
Why is your toast so big?
Everything's bigger and bigger in Texas,
Like everything?
including heart attacks.
Oh, okay.
We are the first creators of the triple bypass surgery.
I don't know what that is.
So
but
what
that
you do is
sounds
when you go and eat this delicious food, it takes and he like just picks up a straw and then like takes like a French fry and just shoves it through. It's like this is what happens with the blood inside your body, and then like things just don't work out. So what they do is they just go in and like they cut that part out and then like reattach it, and then like it makes a smaller straw, and then it's like
put a balloon in.
yeah.
And yeah,
Well, he doesn't know.
well, that's fair.
He's Bill.
Bill's like, I got balloons.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Bill hasn't had one yet, surprisingly.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's a shunt. A bypass is they take a dead cord and connect it so that the blood flow continues past the cholesterol.
Did you reveal who the High Lord of Texas was?
Not yet, but I want to say his name is Hank Hill. Like you said, High Lord of Texas.
Reality
and
and
my first
reality
thought
accessories.
My first thought was I sell propane and propane accessories. Yeah.
From the top
Like-
rope, it's Hank Hill with his flat ass board.
I don't know if it's been clear, but from the way Bill has talked about this Texas, Alan just thinks it's another Cosm.
I realize that.
So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it probably is. All of Texas is a hard point.
It's Mexarcana instead of Texarkana.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's just a.
Six Flags.
Okay.
There's all this living lands, and then Texas, and then Mexico. Living lands again. It's just like a Texas outline of we don't know what's there.
Well, there's hard points, and then there's
Texas is
harder
a hard
points.
Brian
Please
plays
don't.
romance card. There's hard points, and then there's hard points. Anyways. Oh my god. Playing on the Grudge.
I know, yeah, right?
I'm so fucking tired, and that's gonna hurt.
It's
I think I broke
good.
a rib laughing tonight.
Oh.
We're all so punch drunk.
Yeah. Gonna have to clip that nose part.
All right, so you play. We have Sold Out in play, and then you just played Assassin's
Assassin's Attack.
Mm-hmm.
Attack.
Because I did just get thrown on the bus. Totally fine. It's perfect.
Yeah, you don't know you were thrown out.
Yeah, I know, but the Cosms, though.
Cosm does.
The Cosm does know.
Uh-huh.
The Cosm knows all.
He's watching us on its cameras. I'm learning.
It's not CCTV, it's just TV. CTV.
JPTV.
All right. Yeah. So, what is your day like, gentlemen? You're probably sleeping.
I'm
I'll give
sleeping.
you that.
Yeah, so my day is just I don't have to run any businesses anymore. I'm done with it. I'm kind of just taking a little bit of time to relax before I kind of like figure out what my next plan is, because I'm eventually going to take down Kanawa. But I'm just going to read the newspaper, learn more about how businesses are running now.
100%. I gave you a Rosetta Stone, a Duolingo for Japan.
Yeah.
Like 100% that's on your phone.
Yeah, and I'm just reading it, and I'm doing what is that? Not is it Duolingo with Owl?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'm 5 days in. I don't know. My
You
mother-in-law
are
does
4
it.
days in, then you get a notification. Come back. Oh shit! Sorry. Konnichiwa. Gozaimasu.
And
The owl's like, good job, Bill.
it just I'm enjoying not like my retirement, because this is essentially my retirement right now before I go create another business.
I mean, you're an authentic Storm Knight, so you definitely have something from the Delphi Council, like, hey, ABC.
Yeah, they probably gave me an assignment. I just don't know what it is
But you're
yet.
from Texas.
I'm
you're
Bill from
definitely,
Texas.
4 hours of every day, it's my time to do what I want.
Yeah, I'm eating
100%.
delicious food. They didn't pay for this. I paid for it, so I'm gonna eat it. Yeah, I'm just sitting around drinking. Not drinking yet.
Shit ton of shows or
watching
sake.
shows, reading newspapers,
maybe not in
just
the morning.
trying to get the culture in a little more. Because he's been here for he worked with the business, but he was as an American, not an American trying to integrate.
Right.
Yeah, he was prized for being an American.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm doing.
That's what you're doing.
Eating and reading newspapers, trying to understand so he can make a business here.
Well, do you go out at any point?
No, but I order a jack ton of room service.
Okay.
There's room service being delivered every 2 hours.
Okay.
Which is why Alan talked about the toast.
Yeah. Like he orders something and is like, "Do you guys want anything?" Like orders like 10 double cheeseburgers.
Bill
Like,
is Kim
oh, did you guys
2.0.
want anything? Yeah. That's what I play fat people. That's what it is.
Valid.
I watched Zoom the other day, and they go to the Wendy's, and he's like, "Oh yeah, let me get 10 Frosties." They're like, "Oh, those are great." He goes, "Okay, what do you guys want to drink?"
Oh, you're talking about the bloke kid.
Yeah,
I never remember his name.
Mega Boy is his
yeah.
official name.
It just reminds me
Jackson?
when
Tucker.
I was
Tucker.
young.
Thank you.
I just heard legends of Sandcastle burgers, and we never went there. And then we moved out here, and I would talk about Sandcastle, and they're like, the only thing I know about Sandcastle burgers is they're small. They're supposed to be good.
You mean White Castle?
Yeah.
Or yeah, White
Okay.
Castle. I'm sorry.
No, it's
I was
fine.
like, what's Sandcastle? That sounds great.
But White Castle, yeah. And so,
The purveyors of sliders.
and I was just like, that's the only thing I know about them. And is you just go and you get to eat 30 burgers. And when I would describe it to people out here, they'd be like, why would you go to eat 30 burgers? And I'm just like, why wouldn't you?
I've gone to eat 30 burgers, and they definitely weren't sliders.
We have a thing in New York called AJ's Texas Hots, and they have what's called a garbage burger. It's basically just a burger bun and then like their special sauce, which is effectively like Johnny sauce. I don't know what you guys would call it. Chili sauce, I guess. And then onions and a bunch of stuff. And they're so grody, but they are the best tasting sandwiches on the planet. So good.
If you're in Salt Lake, there's a Philly place down there. And D's Phillies, something like that.
Or they do the cheese with the actual Phillies.
They're actual Phillies, but they have specialty Phillies. Like they had a pizza Philly, which was really good.
I've had a good meatball pizza Philly.
Okay.
So I can't call it a Philly because it's a meatball sub, but it's still.
Well, it was like it had the Philly cheesesteak, and then they threw mozzarella and pepperoni on top of it. Fantastic.
Well, you're right. They do make a Philly cheesesteak pizza because I've seen cauliflower bread pizza ones with that on it.
Best Philly cheesesteak I ever had was in Denver Airport. Continue.
How dare you? Best one I ever had was in South Philly.
I haven't been to Philly, so that's my fault. I haven't been to Philly.
Someday we'll go to South Philly.
I've been to Florida and I've been to Minnesota. I haven't been that way.
We'll go to Andy's or we'll go to Joe's and I'll buy you one.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, this sounds good.
I'm in on that.
Yeah, shit. If I'm going to rent the plane, might as well.
Yeah, right?
Well, I mean, maybe we can use my space available. Who knows?
We're like, thanks for funding us, guys. Now we're going to go be actual Storm Knights and travel to all these places and tell you how horrible it is to actually
Gonna go to Timmy Ho's?
be in
If
a
we
roar.
go to India and see a single monkey, we are coming right back home.
I'm not going to India. You're like, oh, where are we going? It's going to be like the scene in friggin' the new A-Team. You're like, oh, yeah, we're going to take a boat. And it's like, that ain't a boat.
just a muscle guy in back, like Vietnam Rambo style, like with a Gatling gun. You're like, why
what is
do
it,
you
the
have that
the
on your
horror
boat?
Thomas
Yeah.
train?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why?
We're like, I don't know how you guys did it, but it's raining blood here in India. That's weird.
You guys did a
Those
good
are just
job.
landmines.
It hurts to step outside.
Oh,
Oh, it's like
Go to Delhi,
Why
yeah.
do I live in a place where the sun hurts my face? All right.
Okay, so Alan, what are you doing with your day after you wake up?
Well, let's see.
Oh, I should go back to you first.
Mhm.
So you're kind of throwing him under the bus.
Yeah, I mean not intentionally, but I was just saying there
Yeah.
might be a
Putting two
correlation
to two
between the
together.
two. Yeah, like your security
So,
personnel.
also, are you trying to do anything to prevent them from making it easy to find those two, or?
You have your own phone. I gave you and Fred a phone
Yeah.
of mine. All right. Well, I am going to push a button on my phone that's going to destroy the technology on both of their phones post date. That way they can't be tracked.
Okay.
We are sharing a room. Damn it.
but your name's not on it.
No, I know. Well, Kano is. Shinji is not. That is correct.
No, but your name at all isn't on it. It's just in my name. It's
Oh, that's right.
It's
That-
fully
this
in
isn't
my
a-
name.
This isn't a Delphi or
No,
Eris,
it's I
you
bought
doing
it.
You. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I bought it as being a wealthy Texan
Oh, and,
oil
and I
baron.
would know that ahead of time prior to
Yeah.
this occurrence.
Yeah.
And it's not like he didn't
but
take
I'm
a
not,
straight
I'm not going to destroy
taxi
the,
ride.
Yeah, I'm not going to destroy the phones right this second. Not until there's a connection that I can hotbox. Anyways, do I want to make it harder?
Nah.
Man, I don't.
It makes more sense for you to have extra chaos because you know we can handle
No, it does. I'm not worried about throwing you guys under the bus. I'm trying to think about exactly what I would do in this situation as far as like progressing to the next stage. The last thing I want is for them to figure out that you guys are at the hotel, storm the
And
hotel,
you
arrest
have-
you, and take the computer, take my shit that's currently there,
Yeah.
going through
Yeah.
the subroutine of
Taking your
accessing-
gear and
yeah.
causing issues.
I can't do anything right now because I'm not out. I'm not on my own to type in things. I will do that at some point once he gives me the information and I can
Yeah.
black wall that computer.
Oh, yeah, you
Once it boots up.
Do
it'll-
that really easily.
And then I do want to use science. I think because it's the law of rationalism. Is that what it says? Rationalism.
Rationalism.
Where basically like you try to science out magic.
Mm-hmm.
But this is Japan, and I am by all accounts a Japanese looking individual, and Japanese folklore is rife with the Grudge, with Onis, with
Cat spirits.
both. Well, the cat I'm less worried about than because that is a thing.
Yes,
like-
cats are things.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, like, for all I know, he put like a pillowcase that had a cat on it. I don't know, but it's the spirit. I want to over exemplify that. Like, what room was it that he entered? And then he came out. Like, is there anything connected to that? Is there a? Basically, I'm striking up a conversation while I'm doing things on my computer to
Okay.
facilitate certain other
Persuasion.
aspects.
That would be a persuasion.
Okay, that's not going to go well, but I have cards, so I'm okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a persuasion, Jess.
All right. Went from a 20 to a 2.
That's rough, buddy.
So let's start with. It's not a 1. I don't.
It
have,
isn't a one. No.
It isn't a
Two.
one.
A 2 is at least something.
Mhm.
All right, so that's an 18 total. Which gives me a 5. This would be an 11.
I have an action card if you need it. Or are you wanting to burn your hero in drama?
Well, you have an action.
I have an action.
Okay, I get 1 free reconnect, so I can give you that. I will
Okay.
play the action to add 3 to it, so that'll be a 14 total. I was making sure it didn't say it had to be
Yeah.
a mental stat or physical
No,
stat.
action's just total.
Yeah.
your
There's
test.
action, there's
Supporter.
willpower, and support. Well, that's
There's there's action and supporter, which are just 3 blank, and then there's willpower and adrenaline.
adrenaline. I was trying to think of the physical one.
Yeah, no worries.
All right. And yes. Oh, I don't need to play the flashback for that. So, yeah, no, I'm not return. Okay. I had a brain fart because we were talking about cards. I'm going to use the data from when Fred was driving the car.
Okay.
To populate a trajectory of that computer, and I'm going to pass that off as where that computer went.
Okay.
All right. So, and about halfway through, when it's like on the other side of Tokyo, it will cut off because I know it reverts back because he came back. It's going to stop like where they parked and did whatever for a minute and like lunch. I don't give a shit what it is. That's where it's going to end. Beacon, I'll say that's the last thing we have. So that's probably where the computer is.
Okay, give me computers for that.
Yeah. All right. See, 8. I'm gonna risk it if it's favored. I should not have. I guess so. 6
Oof. That's a big oof.
minus 4. So what does that put me at? That puts me at a 12. Yeah, I'll spend the possibility. Oh, I can attempt to keep them, right? Or is that only an Aurora?
Only an Aurora.
Only
Oh,
an
okay.
Aurora.
Yeah,
I'm just
only-
making sure I get all the rules.
Yeah, Aurora is...
All right, so 18 is another 5, so that's going to be a 21. That's a
Okay,
much better
yeah,
roll.
you're able to get it. So it literally looks like the computer is headed to the airport because that's where he was headed.
Perfect.
So they thank you. They do thank you for your time. And yeah, they start looking. Well, okay, you won't know that. So you did what you are
Yep.
doing.
Thank you so much. Glad to be of service. Since this is the second time that I've come in early, can I take the remainder of the day off? Is that okay? I mean, no is a response.
I know. And I mean, this guy has to think on it for a second
Yeah.
because it's like you're a valued employee, and he doesn't want to let you go. But there's not a whole lot you can do with a missing computer gone.
Yeah.
It would be a persuasion check, though.
Okay. Nice. It's 11. That's a positive 0, so I'm at a 6.
Ooh, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not very good with people.
That's totally fine.
Let's play my drama card. So I'm going to play drama. Basically allows me to as if I had played a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
16, so 27 is
Plus 9.
9.
So that's a 15. I'm happy with that.
Okay. I mean, he thinks about it and he's like, well, no, you really have gotten what you need to get done.
Oh,
So, you know what? Yeah, go ahead and have the rest of the day off.
All right, he's not his Hero. Is he? All right, he's not Fukunagi. Is this the guy I'm talking to? The security personnel, or the head of IT?
Head of IT.
All right, so it is Fukunagi.
Yeah.
Okay, I will bow to him and I'll thank Mr. Fukunagi.
Okay.
I think my wife thanks you. My children thank you.
And he's like, oh, of course. All right. So, you're going back to the motel?
Yes.
Okay. So you arrive at the motel. In the lobby, you see 2 police officers.
Okay.
They give me a find.
Yep. All right. Is this visual or is this like
This is auditory
insight stuff? Say again.
Auditory.
Auditory. Okay. All right. So. Yeah. All right. I'll use my hero card. That's another possibility. I'm at a 8 right now. Not great. Not terrible. Minimum 10, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 16's a 3, so that's going to be a 15.
Okay. So yeah, you do catch them. They do seem to be asking about Mr. Burt. And I mean, the counter agent is doing what they said, and they're like, well, there's a lot of room service going up there right now, so I pretty sure he's in.
Oh, great.
And they're like, okay, we just need to question him if you can get a hold of him. And that's about where the conversation ends for you, what you can hear in passing.
Yeah, perfectly valid. I'm going to go into a bathroom
Okay.
in a stall, and then I'm going to...
Telephone rings.
Yeah.
Bill Burton III here. How can I help you?
Very nice receptionist lady asks if you would be willing to come down to the lobby to answer some questions for some nice police officers.
I'm currently in the middle of a project. You can go ahead and send him up.
She's like, oh, okay, we will do so. They will be up shortly.
Fantastic. Thank you.
And our manager will be with them.
Wonderful. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Also, can I get some more of those little fishes with ice cream stuffed in them? Whatever they're called, I want like 3.
The whole school.
Have you not had those here?
No,
man.
my wife makes them.
Yeah.
They're
They're
really
technically Korean, but like, go over to
Well, the ice
Where?
cream version is that we do red bean paste. You
Yeah,
can do chocolate.
yeah.
We do pancake with Nutella.
oh yeah, that one's a good one. Over next to like Mr. Mac and Winco.
Well, there's also Ocean
Okay.
Mart in Roy.
Oh yeah.
You can buy them there.
Okay. Well, this one's here, so
Yeah, but they're not. You get like 2 options. You go there, you got like
correct.
12.
Correct. There's just a chocolate and a strawberry here.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they're really good. They're like they surprised the crap out of me.
What's the place called? You just said Winco and
Cup Bop, I think it is.
Cop-Op?
Cup Bop.
Oh, cup bop.
Yeah,
It's
Cup Bop.
like a Korean pho place.
Yeah. And you just go in there, and you just get the ice
Okay,
cream.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Did not know about
It
that.
real good, yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, I had the name for it a second ago. My daughter would know immediately. What
It's
you were
not
saying.
It's
takoyaki,
fine.
but it's kind of like it.
Yeah.
Let's
It's similar
progress
made.
story.
Yeah. So, okay.
Okay,
So yeah, you get a text message. Also an emoji. No. Yeah, it would be from a unspecified caller because I think this is the first time I've officially texted.
Yeah.
It'll just be like, cover my tech.
Okay.
Basically, Alan's in trouble.
Okay.
Cover Alan.
Are you in like? Are they just in bags?
No, so I have a small personal computer that's connected to the.
Okay.
the
No,
external
I
hardware.
have my secondary tablet with the flash card. His computer was useless.
Okay.
No, not his computer. The
The one he grabbed.
server. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the server blade.
That I didn't have any use for that.
Yeah. So okay.
But yeah, I guess. I mean, they would know what it is. So, but if they're, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. In case
Yeah.
it might be like, let's take his shit. Just hide it.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Because I was gonna like, if they were in bags, I was just gonna like hang them off the balcony.
No, they're connected to the.
Okay.
There's
So-
all right. So, transparency. There's a cable tap that
Okay.
is hardwired into the wall. Which
Okay.
effectively allows me to steal internet.
Okay.
That's untraceable, and then it has an advanced computer, which is my tech from Kandara.
And
which
is that in the
running
bedroom?
a subroutine that is going through and picking out very specific files that I got all of the first day.
Okay.
and I don't want to sit there. I was
Obviously,
gonna go
yeah,
home
yeah,
and do
yeah.
it, but
Yeah.
now it's kind of important that it gets done. But also, you can't unplug it because then I lose it all.
Valid. So so it's a suite. So we're like,
It's in a corner. I think I said it was in a corner next to like a coffee table or
okay.
something.
So
where I would sit in the
we'll just
corner by
move a
myself.
chair over and
Yeah,
place
whatever.
place the kotatsu over it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not-
you do you.
that's not how that works,
whatever
but
your
yeah.
stealth / subterfuge. I'm not there. I can't.
I don't have that.
Oh,
but-
I am there.
Alan
Yeah.
is
I'm coming
actually still
upstairs.
asleep.
Yeah.
So.
And I'll just like move stuff around. If I know they're coming up, I've got a few moments and I just move stuff.
Yeah, you
So
got a couple minutes.
It's hidden. And then I'll go, Alan, time to get up.
Hmm?
Oh no, I won't say that. I won't. Well, no. I've gotten a warning from him. Alan's getting up. Hey, Alan. It's time to get up. We're just gonna have some company here pretty soon. Got a text from your no fluid guy.
Oh, okay. Everything okay?
I don't know.
Oh.
My glamour is on the hologram clasp, and did I call her Bertha or Bessie? Bessie. I didn't write, I'm gonna write it down. Bessie
Cassandra
is
and Bessie.
Cassandra and Bessie.
Cassie and Bessie.
Yeah.
Love it.
Bessie is gonna be next to me, opposite the door. Because
Okay.
like I'm gonna be sitting down, I'm gonna be eating food, I'm gonna have a newspaper, and Bessie's just gonna be here, so I can literally just go, if I have to.
Have you seen Altered Carbon?
Yeah,
You know when Poe is protecting them with the.
yeah,
He's like, I need you to sign. It goes.
such a great scene. It's like
Yeah.
if you are a
You
tenant,
have to- you have
if
to
you're
sign,
a tenant
sir.
of
You
this,
have- yes,
yeah,
we
you're a
protect
tenant
you.
of this hotel, we can protect you, and he just goes, boom.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's so good.
That was one of the best scenes in
Yeah,
that.
season 2 wasn't terrible either, but season 1 was so
Season 1 was
good.
phenomenal.
My God,
Season 1 really did a good job with
when you
the
find out that
story
he's
they had.
wearing the skin of her ex, you're like, oh,
And they did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. And then you find out his sister is one of the best characters, like
Oh,
so
yeah.
complex.
Especially when she talks about the snake, for like you're
Yeah.
like you go back, you're like, oh, she's twisted.
Yeah, you don't find out till like the 8th episode
Mm-hmm.
just how far deep in she is, and that oh man, that's why I wish they either had the same actor that played the original, not the big guy, but the Japanese guy,
Yeah.
and then interacting with her in season 2, because that would have been so. Andrew Mackey's great, but it just took me out of the whole.
It made it difficult.
Yeah,
Okay, I wrote it down.
Okay.
Bessie and Cassie,
Yeah.
beautiful.
All right.
This is Des. This is Troy.
Okay, so where is Alan at this point?
He's most likely in the room, just waking up.
Okay.
I'm getting up, getting ready. I don't know what's happening. That's
Well,
what
you,
fair.
oh yeah, I didn't send. I was like, I thought I didn't. I just sent you an actual email message. I didn't emoji friend Alan.
No.
Time
All right,
sensitive.
so yeah, there's a knock at your hotel door.
Um,
I'm going up like, not the fire escape, but like the back, just to get. I'll get there eventually.
Bill, he knows he's in Japan, so it's customary to go. He'll go to the door and be like, "Oh yes, the front desk was saying you're coming. You were coming up. How can I help you today?"
Ah, yes, we are just following up on a case we are working on. A computer was stolen from. They give the company name.
Okay.
Just some question to clear you, Mr. Burton,
Shiro train export.
and really that's it. We just need to clear you as a potential suspect.
Yeah, sure. Come in, and he'll invite them to take seats that are they can't see Bessie. Like he's positioned like here, and they're
Okay.
like right here, and so he'll just like kind of like an armchair kind of thing. Like, it's a nice suite. So, and they'll kind of like he'll like just angle his body and look at them and go like, okay, let's sit. We're gonna be civilized, kind of thing. Can I interest you in any of the food that I have? It's American. I do apologize. I wasn't expecting people to come in, but it's heavy.
But the point is, Alan is in the room. With
Alan, no. So he's in the
bedroom.
The bedroom.
Not in the
Okay.
room with me. No, he's in the
Okay,
bedroom.
yeah, that's what I was
Sorry,
asking.
apologies.
Where is he? He's in the room.
So there's the setting.
I took that to mean he's in this room
That's
with
totally
me.
fine. Thank you for asking clarification. So when I say suite, I'm thinking there's going to be like two
yeah,
adjoining
there's
rooms, and then there's
several
the
bedrooms,
the
separate.
setting room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The no.
Not
common
yeah,
area?
the commons.
I'm basically getting dressed and ready.
Okay.
He's not currently visible yet.
Yes. So, did you visit Corporation?
Shiro Trade and Export.
Yeah, I did.
Shiro
I was
Trading.
I was there 2 days ago. I was hoping to help sell some crude oil, which I did. And I also I also helped fulfill a personal request for one of your C-level executives.
These are the cops.
Yeah, one of
one of their C-level requests.
Oh, okay. What was that request? Can you tell us?
Well, it's quite private. What's the issue here?
Well, a computer was stolen and your name came up.
No, I was the personal request is an export from outside the country. I don't export from this country. I only import to this country.
Yes, we understand, but it would really help us if you would tell us what is this import?
Okay. As it is a police investigation, I can discuss this with you, but it is a business and a business deal, and I feel it's a little uncouth. What's not the word I want to use? Less than noble to share it, but this gentleman had requested 400 pounds of chocolate ice cream.
They kind of look at each other and they bow their heads, and they're like, and he will back you up on that?
Yes. I have the shipping invoice right here. It'll be here in 2 days.
They look it over and they're like, you know, Mr. Burton, we apologize for this. We're just following up on a lead and we had to clear you.
Understandable. You gentlemen are just doing your job. I'm doing my job. Do you have any other questions? Can I get you anything?
No, we really do have other places to be.
Completely understandable.
It looks like this computer was sent out of country already.
Oh yeah, no, I don't do that.
All right.
I've
We
actually
apologize for your time.
When was the computer stolen?
Last night.
What time?
They give a time. Like
Well, I've been
11.
here all night and been here all morning.
We don't expect it was you.
Oh, so
But it was an
Okay.
American gentleman that was working as a cleaning crew.
that's understandable. I do agree.
It
Yeah,
really is. We just need to clear you.
I'm stupid.
it's fine.
I don't know why I wrote that down. Sorry.
So, no, it's totally understandable.
I
Officer.
thought I was at 111. I didn't realize I actually had written down that we were at 116. Experience-wise, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine, officer. You were doing your fantastic job. You have thoroughly vetted me, and I appreciate it.
Okay. Well, they bow to you. They stand up. They bow to you, and they turn to leave.
I give a slight inclination of my head while I'm still sitting, because I can't remember if that's bad or not. I cannot think of my culture right now. Not like my culture, but the culture.
I mean, I don't even know that. The answer
The
to
culture
that.
roll for
I
Pathfinder.
mean, I know that you bow to someone according to their rank to you.
Yeah.
That you bow lower than the person.
Yeah.
Yeah. You bow lower than the person who is above you in
Yeah.
status.
Yeah.
That's like the only thing I know.
So okay, yeah, that's just me.
And yeah, these are just base level police officers. They are most certainly not.
Yeah. And even if you didn't bow to them, it would just be a social faux pas, but you're a millionaire.
They would
Yeah.
literally write it off as American.
Yeah.
Yes.
They would probably use the word gaijin at least
Yeah.
once in
Yeah.
the report.
Yeah. Probably twice.
He doesn't.
But
know.
yeah, they leave. The manager thanks you for your patience, and he promises that thing you just ordered will be on the house for this.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you.
You double it up with the tip. You're like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No. There's a
we know how this works.
yeah. Just because it's free doesn't mean you don't tip.
That's right.
I don't think you do in Japan.
You don't tip in Japan, but that's like the thing is
In America,
just because
you
it's
would- yeah.
just
if
because
they,
it's free
if they
doesn't mean you
comp,
don't tip.
then you tip the price of the comp.
Yeah.
That's why they do it sometimes.
Yeah.
In every Vegas and Indian reservation casino / hotel that I've ever stayed at, that's just been
That's the cultural expectation.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm finally ready, and I come out and go,
What's
all right, so what's up?
Oh, we just had the manager of the hotel stop by and 2 lovely police officers looking for that computer over there.
Oh,
And they thought I may have been involved in it because I'm American.
well,
And he
that
like kind of
sounds
chuckles. Is like,
terribly racist of them.
I mean, it's totally fine.
I just learned
Yeah.
about race.
Japan's never been xenophobic at all.
no, no.
Not
Well-
wrong.
Probably about 5 minutes after the police vacate the floor, I will then make my way into the room.
Okay.
Do you come in through the front door?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
enter.
Because you're coming out through the balcony, you're gonna get some bullets.
No, so I didn't.
Gonna get some Red Bull cans in your
I
face.
didn't take the elevator. I took the more scenic route to the floor,
Yeah.
not anything.
Yeah.
I didn't climb outside. I'm not that type of.
I was curious.
I'm not an assassin or anything crazy like that. I blend in. That's how I get by. Anyways, yeah.
Well, the best assassins do that.
I know.
It's like one of the things they talk about. Ninja did not run around in black pajamas.
The reason the reason we have this thought process about being in black is due to the Japanese theater.
Yeah.
Because their stagehands wore all black, and in one of the most famous plays ever, the stagehand goes up and kills the emperor. And then they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
oh." Like, it was such a twist.
Kabuki theater.
So, continue.
All right, you
Yep.
arrive.
I have more toughness than a vault door.
Say again.
Kim has more toughness than a vault door. I'm looking at the rules
Yeah,
for rapid fire.
Kim is stupid. Anyways,
Kim is real stupid.
gentlemen, seems like
You
everything
know,
went over well.
I'm still proud of how I got rid of Kim.
Yeah, no, you. Oh, you messed with his mind. Whole bad. So bad. Your computer's over there.
Oh, wonderful. What about the other computer? And again, I'm looking for a cat. I'm like,
What other computer?
the one that Ellen took.
That one's over there.
Oh, my computer and that computer are 2 different computers. I need you to hide my stuff. I don't care about that computer.
Oh, which one's your stuff?
Again, my computer is in the corner. That's going through the subroutine.
Oh, okay, that's the one I hid.
Oh, good. Well, luckily, sure. I'm like, why did you hide? All right, I mean, valid. That totally makes sense. I was afraid they were gonna we're good.
Raid? Yeah.
You were able to talk them all away. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Oh, great. Wrong computer to hide, but right computer in this instance works.
I
Valid.
told him I ordered ice cream.
What?
Yeah,
I
threw
don't
them
even
off
think-
too.
I was like, I don't think Shinji even knew that. He's like, huh?
Oh yeah, I have a. I talked with one of the gentlemen. You said I wouldn't go as business.
Oh.
I went in as Bill Burton III.
Wonderful. You took the opportunity and made the best of it. That's laudable.
It's a great deal.
Yeah, sometimes we have to do what we have to do to succeed. Foreshadowing. Yeah. That's apologies about your termination, young man.
Oh, I got terminated.
Oh, did you not read your email?
I couldn't.
You couldn't? Why? I told you those are the 3 buttons you are allowed to touch.
It's in Japanese.
Oh, sorry. Give me your phone real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Boop. Always translate.
Oh.
It's probably not 100% perfect English, but it's close.
Okay. It probably says you are fired instead of you're fired.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Termination imminent. Oh, shit.
That's right.
Assassin.
There's a red button. And you're like, oh no, there's a ghost out there.
That's what I thought termination meant. I was like, oh, they're going to send the Terminator for me.
They're also really smart. They're like, yeah, you have to come in and return your uniform and your badge, knowing full well they're going to arrest you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So.
But yeah, that is in there.
Oh, okay.
Return your...
I mean, I'm going to have to teach you how to remove cables. Like, he walks over to where there's a light and he goes, plug on or plug out, plug in, plug out, plug in.
Oh, there's a little thing.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And then I'll go to my computer, make sure there's like the microphone or the mouse pad or something. I'm like, unplug, plug in, unplug, plug in. Okay, we're on the same page now, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just gonna go over and go unplug, plug in.
He's like, done. Fuck. I'm training a monkey. A monkey would be easier.
Yes, it would.
Well, monkeys in India, bullshit. Oh, wonderful. Great. So I'll take that, and I guess I'll probably go outside for.
Can you
an
imagine
hour.
if Kim was here too? Because he's also got a 5 mind.
Well, I think Kim would just he would do a rune and it would blow shit up. I was like, stop frying all my crap with electromagnetic whatever. But that's amazing. Anyways, yeah, I'll go to a Japanese Radio Shack and pick up more cords and.
Okay. Anyone going with you?
I don't know. Anybody go with me?
I'm here eating.
I
Is
just
Zed
kind
still
of
at
feel
the office?
lost. So.
Yeah. Zed is fixing a car.
Okay,
Yeah.
just want to make sure.
I could take Mary. Yeah. I couldn't
Mary
remember.
Rock.
I couldn't remember which.
The American.
Yeah, the
The
girl.
American.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one who can drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even she's looking at the computer that... Alan,
Yeah.
just take the cords off.
Well, it just seemed like a lot of work.
I mean, a couple extra minutes.
A few seconds.
Yeah. And also, I didn't realize you're capable of illusions. Why don't you do that to yourself?
I mean, it's a little bit harder because I always know that spell.
Oh. Should learn
Alan,
it.
let me see your phone.
Sure.
You're not going back there. Period.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of figured so, because, I mean, I don't know how it works here, but when you get...
No. Where it says turn your equipment in, no, you're not going back.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if it's the same here, but where I'm from, like, you failed your local evil hench villain, and so you don't go back when they're gone. Because, you know, you have to go fight the heroes. You know, back then.
Yeah.
So, I figured...
Reasonable example. Reasonable example.
But, you know, hope you found what you got. I did forget to bring the mop. I'm sorry.
Okay. What? Oh. Alright, well, reasonable. We'll find something for you to do. So you're not
Okay.
bored at home alone. I'm sure Bill can find you a job.
Yeah. What are your qualifications?
I'm.
I mean, I didn't mean the word job. I meant.
Oh,
What did I mean to say? Like.
I mean, because I could get him a job if he needs
Well,
one.
that too, but I mean like the thing you do. I don't want to say vocation. Yeah, I'll find you a vocation, and that means a job, but also I think it means like just something to do during the day while we're doing other things.
Oh yeah, I could definitely get him something to do during the day. What are your qualifications?
Turns out he's really good at subterfuge. Maybe you can get him to look into the Conwell Corporation.
Mhm.
Get him a job there.
Just go there, take all the computers.
And
Well-
if you see a woman who looks like this, take that.
Marry
computer. Yeah, well, I was thinking of Conwell's sister, but
Yeah, murder her. Give
But,
it
you
your
know,
best shot, by all
let's see.
means.
Because
I have her stats.
I know
And a
magic.
picture of her.
Makes you think of like Dak in something dark side. Oh yeah, how do you feel, Dak? I feel like I take on the whole universe, and Luke jumps out. He's like, okay, Dak's got this, and he just goes off in a snow speeder by himself.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
What are your qualifications?
Let's see. I know some magic.
Magic.
I know how to take orders.
Like-
I can fight.
Like when you say take orders,
Oh, yeah.
mean like
Oh, you do have them.
I do have the picture
At-
of her.
at like a fast food joint or like a Whataburger, or like are you talking like orders like
Oh, yeah,
military
all
orders?
of them have the High Lord.
And then is her brother on the next page?
Her
A
brother's
couple
dead,
pages-
technically.
No, he's
No,
not.
he's
Not yet.
No,
He's not
got,
dead.
I thought he was dead.
Dude, he's anti-psionic. I was like, Xavier's gonna get wrecked by him.
Oh, I thought he was dead.
+4 to, like,
No,
all
he's
defensive
on the lam,
sides.
but he's not
Oh.
dead.
Yeah, he's cybernetic, and some other shit. But yeah.
Dude, she's vile. Like, have you read her backstory?
Oh yeah, no, she's basically the girl from Altered Carbon, the sister.
Yeah.
They're not. Yeah.
Oh, I thought
There's
he
him.
died.
Yeah.
thought Ryuichi
Those
died.
glasses, if you do psionic or mental things against them, it give them a +10 defense. I was like, Jesus.
That's ridiculous.
But I've worked for a bunch of villains over the years.
Okay.
So
So have I, to be fair.
Recently,
Environmental
switched
agencies.
over
He's
to
what you
hero.
call a viable henchman.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've had a few of
Problem.
those.
And then
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
a lot of fighting. I do some talking. Make people feel better sometimes.
Okay. It's good to know.
Jesus. Picking up, you know.
Well, I think I think we can find something for you to do. No worries.
Okay.
Yeah, Shinji's like, keep him busy. But at least for the remainder of the day, give me your phone.
Oh,
I downloaded another app, and it basically like Sudoku and Duolingo all in one. It's just wordscapes or I don't know. It's
Pseudolingo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Duolingo.
you have this one too.
Smokes.
Yeah. He's no joke, man.
Neither is she.
No, she's
She's also very nasty. Like, I wasn't trying to build Kim to be anti-High Lord, but like, I saw that he had like a DR5, and I'm like, I'm not cutting through that. And he had a DR. He has an AP6 axe, and I'm like, sure, whatever.
monofilament X, basically.
No. Yeah, the High Lords are not a joke.
No.
And they're not supposed to.
They're not supposed to be, and that's true.
I mean that the Tharkle High Lord now, maybe not now. I don't know how far in we are, but isn't it like
There is no-
anti-paladin?
There is no.
I
Technically
thought it was
no
a
High
girl-
Lord.
The lady was.
She's one of the 3 princes.
Oh, that's right.
She's
They're
one of the
vying
3
for the throne.
candidates.
That's
Mhm.
right.
There's 3 candidates. The
But yeah, but
chick
she's
that was
she's
the
basically a
thrall to
demon
the
paladin,
original.
right? Like an
Yeah.
anti-demon paladin.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's no joke either.
she's no joke.
She stabbed a demon in the throat
Yeah,
with
Yeah.
his own sword.
a
Yeah.
horn, I think, right?
No, he hands
Oh, you're
he
right,
hands
you're
her a dagger to say go kill this other guy, and she goes no.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And he did the one thing he knew would just set her off. Which was literally use one line of "I'm proud of you,"
Yep.
and she just went into a rage after that. But yeah, there's him, there is a techno demon, and then there's the Russian president.
Yeah.
Yep.
They are all in contention for the darkness device. It hasn't decided yet. Which is why Thargold isn't growing.
Are the darkness devices like sentient?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they're what is actually sending the defenses out to the Stela. The High Lord isn't. The darkness device is doing it.
Okay. Because I was just
Because
like,
it's trying to protect itself. Because it's what spends the possibility to create the Stela, not the High Lord.
I was just like, I wonder how it feels like. It's like, I got all these people. I love all the choice. Just vibe, fight a little bit longer.
Well, that's what happened with what's her face in Marketplace. Before she became the High Lord, she was just brutal, and then it's like, hey, you want to go farther? And she goes, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it abandoned him for her.
Sort of like Jeremiah with the possibilities.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I'm gonna go to Radio Shack and pick up some cords.
Okay, once again, who was going?
We're not going with him.
Yeah,
You're
just
not.
me,
Okay.
me and
Just
Mary.
By himself.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you get your parts. Go ahead and give me a computers check. And this is to get the data you've requested.
Okay. So 11, 0. I'm at 16 right now.
Okay, so your subroutine does a pretty good job. And it pulls up this list.
Yeah.
And it has this inordinate number of, like, basically street lamps that are slotted to go to Austin, Texas.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I can't write.
But they all have, well, they're augmented street lamps. So they've got all kinds of really cool gadgets that go with them, like solar powered.
Someone's invading my cosm.
Say it again. Solar power. Okay.
Solar powered, and they're fully automated, and more so than like you would expect from a street lamp.
Yeah.
They have like these benches that fold out and pull back, and they like detect when people are there to need the benches.
That's cool.
That is really cool.
If it wasn't evil technology, it would be cool.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah.
And you see they're all coming from the same corporation.
Do you know why we're here?
That's a fantastic question.
Give me a computers check. One more.
Okay. Yeah. The next question I was going to ask is,
You see, in the
import and
beginning,
export are all
God
same-
made the earth.
So the same company is on the box, but are they all going by the same shipping pier, the same, or are they
No,
branching
they're-
out? Okay.
Different, but
and Bill will just proselytize to you.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
going to be
he's
18 computers.
okay, so
Like you use
You are
weird
able to
names for
connect
the Egyptian pantheon.
the
but
company
sure.
that they're all coming from is a direct
Okay,
shell
so-
corporation of Kanawha.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be a Kanawa shell.
But I mean, what are we doing?
Oh, what are we in this room for?
Like in the country for?
That's a fantastic question. I don't necessarily know why we're here.
The Delphi Council sent us.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know why you're here. Like, I just know that I'm here to receive you, take care of you, assist where I can, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. I was just curious because I don't know why I'm here.
You know, Shinji told you why you had to be at the company, trying to find information about export and import. But
Well, I know. Like,
cool. So I get all that off my subroutine.
Yeah.
And then I will get. I will start that same subroutine with a different connotation on the new computer once I get it set up and connected to mine. Specifically, the accounting information from that shell corporation.
Okay.
So that might give me names, might give me numbers. But yeah.
When no fluid speaks, do your eyes start to glaze over?
I mean, I don't think my eyes start to glaze over. There's a lot of stuff he talks about, and like I just don't understand what's going on. But then again, like I don't need to.
Okay. That was just
Back when I was on the company, like I didn't handle technology, other than what goes into this suit. I don't need to know how computers all function. I just need to know that they do.
Oh. Computers. Huh. Weird.
You guys talking about me while I'm there or while I'm gone?
While you're gone,
I figured as much.
you missed the conversation about God.
Mhm.
He's like, "Why are we here?" And so I'm like,
Why are we here? I don't know, man.
so literally, Bill
Why
just
is
goes,
everybody here?
"In the beginning, God created the earth," and then I was like, and then he proselytizes you, and he's like,
He does
"No, no,
what
no.
to
Why
you?
are we here?
Why
we
are you
in this room?"
prostituting, Alan?
Well, Alan just is like, you have strange names for Dr. Mobius and the other Egyptian gods. Like, but it's all basically the same.
Yeah. There's a
All right.
correlation.
So when you get back, you start that up. What do you tell them? Anything?
What am I mean, do they ask me anything? What am I telling them?
No.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I mean, if the subroutine pops up while I'm gone and it's finished and I get there and I notice it, I'm like, oh hey, yeah, I will absolutely fill them in. I know that Bill is specifically against Kanawa Corporation, and I will say that.
hugely.
So yeah, so the bring up the Excel sheet, although it's not actually Excel, it's just a data file. Looks a little bit like hacking, and I was like, highlight in yellow or green, like all these shell corporations of the same name. Nomenclature, and that's not me, it's unassociated,
Okay.
and they're all the same, and it's a far too high of a percentage to be an anomaly of and I know that this is a recognizable shell corporation of Kanawa Corporation, so they're definitely doing something with these lamps.
Well, I am not okay with that. They're going to Austin, Texas.
Yeah, what's in Austin, Texas? Do we know?
Yeah. One of the greatest places you'll ever visit.
No, I know what I'm saying. What is in Austin, Texas?
Oh man, what isn't?
Is
So
there
we
a
got.
Delphi Council there.
So we got.
There's a Waffle House.
Yeah, like he just starts listing off like things that you like. You don't, like I.
No, is there a High Lord seat? Is there a Stella? Is there a council there? Like what is in?
Is
the
the one
largest armor base in America.
Yeah, I don't know that. He does.
Yeah, I was about to ask because I need to get clarification about what this would be, because currently, what parts of Texas are affected by living lands?
None that I
None.
know
Okay.
Yeah, I think just the Panhandle, maybe.
Well, no, because like it's living lands is the side, but like I thought there was also some in Mexico.
of. Yeah, way down in like
Oh, way down.
way down
South.
the
Okay, so-
peninsula, not Baja, the
Okay.
other peninsula.
Okay, like
Yucatan.
Yucatan. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, Yucatan would definitely be living lands.
Yeah, that's Incan.
Yeah, see?
Incan and Mayan.
Oh,
Count
see,
that.
I was thinking it was like.
Mayan. It is Mayan.
No,
Incan
it's
is
way
in
down.
Chile. Oh no!
No, there are Incan as well in
Mine?
there as well.
No, Incans are in Chile.
No, but there are other Incans in there because they were cross contaminated.
I mean,
There's also
that's
Olmec
where
over
it
there, too.
started, but I know it's spread some, but no, none in Texas.
None in Texas. Okay.
Not that I remember.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of great things in Texas. They got 32 Whataburgers in there,
Damn, I don't know. What
but
that
they
is,
also have one of the biggest depots of armor they have there. Not like armor like this, tink tink. We're talking like tanks and other things. Real good American product.
Interesting.
Things that will win the war.
Okay. So either they're black market dealing arms to them, or they're sending things specifically to subvert.
Subvert.
Yeah.
So what are these things? What are they sending them? You said they're street lamps?
Like personnel lamps, like
No.
No, like
street
lamps.
Okay, I was thinking like different things, but okay.
No. Like street lamps, outdoor street lamps.
Do you have a picture associated with any of those, or is it just the product number?
I can go through my
I know
files.
what it looks like. I just want to see if
Yeah,
he's
I
got
can go
it.
through my files and see if there's a blueprint available. There's got to be a manifest of some kind, maybe. I know I got a lot of information. I don't think I got everything the company ever did, but I think I went back 3 to 6 months or something like that.
Yeah, you got a
'Cause
decent
it was
amount.
several terabytes of data. Again, it'll take time. I do the subroutine.
They have those in Florida, by the way.
Oh, cool. Are those
Those are what it's looking
like
up what the Stela
football,
looks like.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
it looks like just a giant communications tower,
Yeah,
like for cell phones and stuff like that. Like giant. When I say giant, I mean like 30 feet.
Yeah.
So
Do you guys have mind control or anything?
like
What
as
would-
as an app, what are you talking about?
No,
I
what would
mean-
be a role to know about Stella? Is that a reality or
That's a good question. I don't like to know like anything about them, or just
in general?
like we know.
Because I would only know Tony knows shit, but Hiro would know only what Project Eris and what people from Kendaran would know specifically about Stella. They know quite a bit because they're so anti High Lord that they you know. But what I would be privy to as a character, I don't know. It could kind of be up to
I would
Casey.
think we would be aware of what Stela
we know
are,
what they are.
and where the like broad stroke areas they might be,
Yeah,
but
'cause
like
they're not hard borders, but they're typically they become right. Like you put them out and you kind of like claim that land for that cosm.
yeah, you put a
and then you
Stela
do
in,
more,
and then
yeah.
once you have a triangle, that area transforms.
Right. It becomes a
Mixed.
mixed cosm.
Well, no, once.
It becomes a fixed cosm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's why all of the mapping they're in triangles.
Yeah.
So they're putting out Stella to make more and more reclamation.
Yeah. And so like you can just go 1, 2, 3, and then let's say it's like that, and then you can just
It's
have
that
it-
game where you gotta make boxes.
Yeah.
But you're doing triangles instead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
There actually is a version of that, and it's real hard.
Oh,
to play.
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm for those people who are watching Torg probably know a little bit about Torg, but for those who aren't watching us or who are watching us but don't know about Torg,
For those who aren't watching
we're all
us,
punch drunk. Leave me alone.
uh,
The way to envision it is you need a minimum of 3 Stella to create a triangulation, and then it becomes a cosm. So
Yeah.
when we're talking about we're in Pan Pacifica, we're in a Pan Pacific cosm. And realistically, it's like a land grab for the world, and the Storm Knights are just trying to
stop
take
it.
it back.
Yeah.
And I believe you can destroy a Stella to
You uproot it,
a root. That's it. Yeah.
and it is hard.
Oh sure.
Oh yeah.
Because they're connected to the darkness devices. Once the darkness device goes, oh, that's being attacked, they just send everything at it.
Yeah.
Which is why the Maelstrom card is so useful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because it disconnects it. All right. So, with this information, what is your plan moving forward?
I think we should try to stop this shipment.
Yeah. I'm gonna write up a report and send it to the council.
Okay.
And, we'll
most of
talk
the shipment
whether
is
it's-
already sent.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's on boats, if not already.
Yeah, we need to get the information ahead of us so that they can interact. And
Okay.
'cause it's not going to be us that's going to stop the shipment.
Correct.
It's going to be by virtue of our information, they're going to, hopefully. What we need to discuss is I know that they're connected, but they're also divisive. Eris and Delphi. They do work together, but they're also like their own. I don't know how deep in I am, and that's something we have to decide between us for my character to determine who I send the message to. If I amend it for the council, whether I am truthful with the council, amend it for Eris, I don't know. But effectively, the information's going to both. You and I just need to determine what changes between the two, because that's what I'll sit here to do. And it'll probably be sent tomorrow once I get the extra data for the accounting, so that we have like a number, a cost, of how much yen / Americans, euros, whatever denominations is going back and forth. And then, hey, what's the next step for us?
Okay.
So, and then I think it's a good place. We definitely have a step forward.
Yep. You have a step forward.
And Fred fixes his car.
Fred fixes his car. Roll for that.
Sure. You haven't gotten a roll today.
I've rolled a few times.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I gotta get up a sheet here real quick.
When you said, "Oh, we're not going to stop the ship," I was just picturing some Living Lands person riding a megalodon up from the bomb, like, "Is this the right ship? No, spit it out. Get
I'm
the
using a
next
Mosasaur
one."
like a somebody.
Bend a possibility. Gosh, dang it.
Number 10, so
Yeah, I know,
14.
but I rolled the same number twice.
Yeah, I know. So +1.
That's a 14, and it would be a science check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 16 science.
Yeah, it's not going as well as he'd like.
I could imagine. He wasn't planning to like disassemble it.
No,
So,
Well,
like, he
I
doesn't
think
necessarily-
he starts to put the wheels back on and then realizes, oh, I just had to fix the paint. Mother. So then he asked, yeah.
I'll play the supporter for him.
Oh, so
Be
19.
like, should that be over there?
You're like, hey, no worries. We just got raided by the cops, but we're good. What?
Okay, so yeah, that will kick it up to where he does get the car back together,
Okay.
That's amazing.
Good for
and
him.
it will be off to the paint shop for the next couple days.
Good. It needs
Also-
new paint.
Alan got fired.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, let's resolve the accounting stuff.
Okay.
So what you find is that Kanawa really spent a good chunk of money to get this stuff sent. Because it was not actually ordered.
Right.
But it is definitely things like street lamps and cell phone towers.
Yeah, oh man, what's the is there a paper trail for overcoming customs?
No, there's no paper trail for that.
Okay. So there's nothing I can send, quote unquote, as proof that these are not what they are. Like customs, you have to
Declare.
500. Yeah, declare it. Yeah, but also they weigh everything, especially if they go in a shipping container. And I presume these aren't going by plane; these are going by ship.
Mm-hmm.
And then are they going through the Gulf of Mexico straight into Texas, or are they?
Not all of them. They do kind of. Some are going to ports in California
Right.
and then being trucked
And-
into Texas.
Because of the accounting, is this does it show like accounts receivable by somebody in Texas, or is it like this is a subvertive, like they're just being sent there for,
Yeah, it looks more like they're being sent there.
like it's subterfuge on Kanawa's part? Okay, so that's going to definitely go into the report. That it doesn't look like that there's an American agent acting.
Yeah, well, I
in-
mean,
There might be. I'm saying, but it doesn't look like that. From
it doesn't look
yes.
like that, no. Because they're all slotted. Well, no, they're not all slotted, but like the lampposts are slotted for Department of Transportation, Texas.
Right.
But you don't see a receiver on that end.
Okay.
Although, in all honesty, for those you wouldn't expect, but the cell towers,
Yeah.
they're all just kind of slotted for a cell company.
All right. And that name presented, like
Computers.
Sunoco or something. What is it?
Computer. Give me a computer.
Oh,
check.
yeah, absolutely. Do I want to risk it?
Risk all the
I'm
biscuits.
gonna risk it. I have extra. Ooh, I'm so glad I risked it. I went from 11 to a
I-
nat 20.
Don't blame you on that one.
So minimum. No, that's not. It's 25. It's not a
25.
possibility.
So you roll the thingy. Do you want a hero card?
What? Oh, I'm okay. I don't need glory. So that's going to be a 24. I gloried last week. Leave me alone.
Last time I played, but yeah.
2 weeks ago, but yeah, you know what I meant. That's
yeah,
24,
no. As you're digging into these, yeah, they're major stock owner in all these is actually Kanawa.
Okay. So they're trying to be subversive, but they're also like, yeah, we definitely want the profit margin to be true to make money. Yeah, I get that. So that's the red flag of this is absolutely Kanawa connected, and then I'll compile all of that information, and then I will draft 2 individual reports. One to Mr. Fix-It, I think his name is Felix. Thank you, Mr. Felix, and the other one to the actual Delphi. I'll call him.
Fix it, Felix, man.
Literally where I read
No, I
that
was
off
reading
of.
the Hulk the other day. That's why I got confused. But yeah,
No, I literally I was gonna say Mr. Fix It, and I'm like, nah, Mr. Felix.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll discuss out of character, like
Out of this,
how descriptive either report is. So.
we'll talk about that.
And then of course I will give them the hot points of each of the information. Maybe not all the specifics. It is Mr. Felix, okay? Because I'm not gonna give them computer lingo talk like, oh yeah, the blah blah blah, and they're like, what? Especially Alan. Jesus Christ. Well, you did good, Alan.
Thank you.
I mean, you did. You got on the second run. You got the correct computer. Good job. Sorry you got fired though.
It's okay.
So, and you need to be less American.
No.
Oh, he's not American. He's Texan.
Oh, that's right.
I knew I liked you, Alan.
All right, so we're going to end there for
Wonderful.
this week.
Before the day's out, Bill has bought a white Stetson for Alan.
Okay.
Gorgeous.
Okay.
And before we go dark, is this end of an act?
Yep, this is end of the act.
So we're at 121.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yay!
Now Alan
Hands-
has even more experience to
Yeah.
spend that he doesn't know what to spend it on.
Hand size is back down to 5.
There's just too many
Yep.
things to want to get. And they're all expensive at this point.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, ready for you.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to head through the gift shop on your way out to pick up some fantastic Fellowship Gaming loot. And have a wonderful night.